Yeah.
He has
Nice.
two strong tracks now. I think Joy with Angelique Kidjo is
Yeah,
also
Joy with
like
Angelique Kidjo
Ah, not the
global.
Grammy. Hmm.
For global.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah, that song, yeah.
Oh, that song dropped on the last day of Grammy
you no
eligibility.
go miss out.
He
There
no go enter
there
I'm
there.
sure
was no
he was
way.
begging Mama like
There
this.
was no way
He's,
Mama
Davido
when
was
you
not
dey
saying.
drop this
he's,
song.
Davido said, "I'm leaving here with something."
Bro, he
he
said
said,
I.
Gentlemen, welcome. We're gonna do the usual, the tradition, and I'm glad that we have our top 10 this week. It's been a minute. Okay. Anyway, turntable charts, the only aggregate chart system in Nigeria, putting together radio and streaming numbers together. And in this week, just outside the top 10, we have some activity. Fireboy DMLs, Hell and Back rockets to a new peak of number 13, up from number 41 last week. Whoa. Okay. Big jump. We also have Lil J's Fallen, debuting at number 16. Shout out
Sorry,
to
you
Lil J.
said who jumped from number 31?
From number 41 to number 13. Fireboy, Hell and Back.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Shout out to what's that challenge that they are doing?
Yes, the Hell and Back Benzo challenge. Anyway, Lil J debuted with a new track, Fallen, at number 16. We have Asake's Remember still maintaining a number 17 spot. We also have Asake yet again with Lonely at the top, ranks at number 25 on this week's chart. It has spent 59 weeks on the top 100. Damn. Anyway, we also have CK's Addicted with the Caveman debuts at number 27. See, I told you guys best song anyway, but interesting. CK's, Addicted, showing up. Nice. Good luck. What do we think about the top 10 activities or the outside top 10 activities? Anything catching you guys by surprise so far? Can you guys hear me? Mic check. Are we alive? Are we
No,
good?
no. We
You
can hear you. We can hear you. We're still processing. We're processing.
where is
Mama,
unleash?
there's no surprise.
Hello. Lost Boy,
I'm
where
not
is what?
surprised. Yeah.
Where is unleash? Oh,
Unleash?
not the unleash the Rema, the
Loj.
other.
Lil J's Unleash.
I guess we'll see if it makes the top 10.
Wait, no black bones.
We've not gotten to the top 10 yet. Okay, before we
This is
can
this is
confirm.
this is activity outside
This
the
is
top
activity
10,
outside the
guys.
top 10. Thank you. Okay, all right, now
Okay,
let's get into the top 10 itself. At number 10 this week, we have Charlie Poppy's Free Service. Climbs from number 14 to number 10 on this week's chart, following increased radio activity, 45.7 million in radio impressions, which is up 92.8% last week. Ooh, somebody pressed the button. I love it. That was Charlie Poppy with Free Service at number 10. At number 9, we have Daku and Rema with Favorite Girl, drops from number 6 to number 9 after peaking at number 3 on the chart. How are we feeling about number 9 and 10 so far?
I've never heard number 10. Praise God.
Free Service?
To be fair, I've also never heard number 10, but money was involved. That's all we can say.
Definitely.
There was an activation that was activated because 92.8% is crazy.
Yeah, and for them sharing that stat too is hilarious as well. But yeah, big up Charlie Poppy went crazy on radio recently. So yeah, at number 9 we had Daku and Rema still running the top 10 run. Okay, even though it's on its way out, it feels like, but picked at number 3 was a good run. All right, moving up to number 8. Number 8, we have Mommy Jam Jam, Tiwa Savage, Forgiveness, debuts at number 8 with 76.3 million in radio airplay impressions, making it number 3 on radio, and 139,000 on-demand streams, making it number 188 on streaming. It is Tiwa's 8th top 10 entry on the official charts in Nigeria. Only Ayra Starr has more amongst female artists on the chart. How are we feeling? Tiwa Savage, debuting. Number 8.
Love that for mommy Jam Jam.
Nice.
I will take a leaf out of Belema.
And say you've not heard the record. Is
Oh,
that
I thought he was going to say praise the Lord.
is that the Belema? Is that the Belema leaf you're taking?
We are plenty.
That you've not heard the song?
We are
Either
plenty.
we have not heard the song or praise the Lord, one of the two.
We are plenty.
Anyway, we'll
I
move
love
up
it.
to number 7. Number 7 this week we have Fido's Awolowo, whichever way you call it. But Awolowo by Fido is at number 7 this week, falling from number 5 last week on this week's chart.
So you're telling me this Awolowo song will not enter top 3 as well?
It did actually, didn't it?
Did it?
I feel like it did at some
It did
point.
not.
I feel like it reached like top 3. I could be wrong. Anyway, this is the part where TTC is in the DMs correcting anything I say. Let me confirm. Is Awolowo peak at number 3 or not? Because I think that's where I remember it peaking. All right, moving on. In the meantime, to number 6. At number 6, we have Asake and Wizkid with MMS. Okay, this song moves from number 2 to number 6 on this week. Okay, it has spent 11 weeks on the chart, including 3 weeks at the number 1 spot. How are we feeling? Asake, Wizkid, MMS. I think when the song was still at number 1, people were saying this type of song is exactly what streets need, you know. Everybody's coping one way or the other. So MMS is still out here holding us. Anyway, that's MMS at number 6 this week. Move up to number 5. Moving up to number 5, we have Alone by Fola and Benson. Slips from number 4 last week at its peak to number 5 this week. Any thoughts on Fola making it up? Benson effect, you looking like?
If I tell you people I know what that song sounds like.
Really?
Nah,
Wow,
Pepe,
some
what
people, I don't
I cannot
understand how.
tolerate.
Pepe,
Me,
what
I
did
Are
you
can't
you
say? I
guys?
beg.
Are
tolerate
some
all
people?
this
Are
Pepe,
you
one.
what
part
did
of
you
the music
say?
space?
I
Please,
beg,
bro.
I beg.
Can I
People
be
say so
honest? Can I
Pepe.
be honest? I need you
Belema,
people
we
to not
already
be like,
know. We already
Belema,
know.
like,
Belema, you don't say anything.
come and join me, please. They want to tear my shirts. Damn.
no, okay, see, to be honest, may I have an excuse? You people should not be like me. Listen to the music, man. Please.
The thing is
Belema.
different.
I
I
think my
listen to
problem
the
is I get
music.
sick after the space.
Pepe, I'm shocked.
No, Pepe.
I'm actually shocked at myself as well, guys. Sorry, please. I was going through it this week. Sorry. Just have mercy on me.
Anyway, yeah,
Wow.
man, that was
Music space.
as in.
If I tell you what it sounds like.
If I tell people I know what it sounds like, I would be a liar. It's the truth. I'm sure it's a good song, Sha. Shout out to Benson.
Anyway, Fola with Benson at number 5 this week after having a peak at number 4 last week. Moving up to number 3, we have Smolly and Odumodu Black. Juju featuring Shadi Poppy. Dips from number 3 to number 4. Okay, the song led the singles charts for 4 consecutive weeks. How are you feeling about Juju still being out here?
Juju is still here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Juju said this, if it's not Juju, he no good do. Let it continue to stay on the chart there.
Yeah, man, it's activating.
It's such a bop, so it makes sense.
Makes sense. All right, at number 3 this week, we have Maraba by Kiss Daniel. Drops from number 1 to number 3 after topping the chart for 2 weeks.
I know what this song sounds like.
But I'm happy for you.
I feel like we have to celebrate this. Like, this is a celebration.
man.
Like, oh,
It's better than Rodri winning Ballon d'Or. Anyway, we have
Rodri deserves the Ballon d'Or. Yeah.
I beg.
Now,
leave
please, this
football out
is
of
not
this, I
football
beg.
space. So, Ejo.
Don't worry, we'll save it. That was number 3 with Kiss Daniel Maraba. Before we get into the top 2, let's do a quick recap on this week's top 10. At number 10, we had Charlie Poppy with Free Service. At number 9, we had Daku with Favorite Girl featuring Rema. At number 8, we had Tiwa Savage with Forgiveness making a debut. Number 7, we had Awolowo by Fido. Number 6, we had MMS by Asake and Wizkid. At number 5, we had Fola and Benson with Alone. At number 4, we had Smalley, Odumodu Black, and Charlie Poppy with Juju. At number 3, you just heard it, Kiss Daniels, Maraba. And at number 2, ladies and gentlemen, we have Benson yet again. This time around with Rema, Fikon Wekon at number 2 this week. All right. The song jumps to a new peak of number 2 in its first full week of release. The song initially debuted at number 16 last week off of 2 days of tracking. It tallied 88.6 million in radio reach, making it number 1 on radio, and 2.82 million on-demand streams, making it number 2 on streaming. Fikon Wekon is Benson's 19th top 10 entry in Nigeria, while Rema scores his 17th top 10 song on the official chart in Nigeria. How are we feeling about Fikon Wekon, Rema, and Benson at number 2 this week?
It's supposed to be number 1, but okay.
Now, wow.
And you guys don't see the slight chance that if it debuted in a full week, essentially, maybe
We could
you
have
might
ended
have
up at number 1.
potentially.
Oh, very potential.
But then again, I'm sure you might have guessed what is number 1 by now. Ahead of it.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Don't tables. I haven't still seen my black bones.
You
might fight.
you still not seen your Black Bones?
I've not seen black bones. I don't know where black bones is.
I think if you go to the website tomorrow, just outside the top 10, I'm sure you'd see.
I'm crying.
All right. But yes, man, that was
Correct. And try to stream Black Bones as much as possible.
So that you can show up on
if
something.
you are in Nigeria, by the way.
It's crazy how people still don't understand
if
how
you're in
charts-
Nigeria, of
people
course,
still don't
yeah.
understand how charts work.
Anyway, guys, that was number 2, Benson and Rema. Moving up to number 1, you probably may have guessed it at this point. Bachelor Big Wiz. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Wizkid at number 1 this week, featuring Ben Fraz. Okay. Tallied 4.52 million on-demand streams, making it number 1 on streaming, and 61.1 million in radio reach, making it number 4 on radio, as it makes a splash at the top of the week's official Nigeria Top 100. It is Wizkid's 3rd number 1 single in Nigeria and 2nd of 2024, while Brent Faiyaz scores his 1st number 1 in Nigeria, remarkably in any country. Really?
Why?
That's crazy. Anyway, some record streams on premium streaming. Piece of My Heart tallied 3.16 million on-demand streams on premium streaming platforms alone, a number that would have still made it the most streamed song in Nigeria this week without any freemium streams. That's crazy. The song was not available for download on Boomplay Nigeria in its first couple days, I'm sure, which means it failed to chart on that platform. As a result, Piece of My Heart becomes only the second song ever to reach number 1 on the official singles charts without being available on one of the 5 major streaming platforms in the country. It joins Jackets Forever with Omale, which topped the chart for 4 weeks in 2021. All of Wizkid's number 1 songs in Nigeria are as follows: MMS with Asake, 3 weeks at number 1. Piece of My Heart with Brent Faiyaz, 1 week at number 1 so far. And Ginger with Burna Boy, 1 week at number 1. How we feeling for Wiz? Number 1 in Nigeria.
Well, as
Totally
as
expected.
I was gonna say, as an FC member, I'm
Yeah, we are all
quite
FC.
pleased. You know, as he said, nothing can tear us apart. Nothing can tear apart me and Wiz's music. So to be honest, I'm not surprised. If only they were tracking streams outside the country, because I'm pretty sure I have at least 150 of them. At least.
Mad.
Wow.
Mad.
I love that song.
But yeah, after the first day, first 24 hours report of like being the first song to break 1 million streams in Nigeria, I was pretty sure it was gonna make number one this week.
Right. Oh, so it broke. It did 1 point. Was it 1.3? Or what was
I
the
think it
number
was
on
like
that?
I think it was like 1.1 something.
That was
Yeah,
for Spotify specifically, right?
Yeah, Spotify.
Yeah, crazy.
And yeah,
I just want to.
I'm excited. I'm happy that we're doing that amount at the moment, or at least someone has broken the 1 million barrier.
Yeah,
because that only means we actually have the we have the users to pull off those numbers,
right,
with the right quality or with the right marketing or with the right whatever it was that Wizkid and his team are up to. So yeah, it's just great because we only get better with time. I think worldwide, I've forgotten where Nigeria ranks worldwide in terms of like streaming on Spotify on daily streams, but we're doing quite well, and I reckon in another maybe 4 or 5 years we'll probably be in the top 10 countries or something like that. I mean,
for sure,
more. So
yeah,
looking good
for sure. Just to shed more light on the Spotify data points for Nigeria, Wizkid, Piece of My Heart was 1,000,016 essentially, and the next song after that was Asake and Wizkid with MMS, which did 860,000, and after that was Wizkid featuring Zlatan with IDK 626,000. It's fair to say Wizkid owns Spotify Nigeria.
big as the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. For like having the most streamed top 3 on that platform in
one day.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I just want to push agenda.
Yes, what's the agenda?
I'll say special shout out to Te Iwa. You forever be great.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
I want to understand what you thought you achieved by that statement.
No, it's agenda now.
What do you mean by I don't understand?
Agenda.
I'm just good to somebody. I'm just good to why you
shout out to Te Iwa, man. He did his big one.
Shout out to Te Iwa now. He's helping the less privileged. I really appreciate it.
He said he's helping the less privileged. That's crazy.
Anyway,
that's interesting.
They forced him to delete his tweet too. Innocent tweet. They forced him to delete his
Wait. What was the tweet that Tay
he tweeted? The song he has with Jules and a screenshot of obviously Piece of My Heart telling people to run it up, stream it. Right. And I'm guessing people were like, not only you, we don't songwrite for people for industry. I'm sure people were trying to take his life the same way they tried to take what's this guy's life for talking about songwriting credits on.
That's annoying. That's so annoying.
Guys,
things
you
like
know
that
the
piss me
industry
off,
that they're
man.
playing in now.
Things like that piss me off, bro. Like someone cannot show their work and anyway, man.
It is very annoying because I remember having to do, this has nothing to do, but kind of, but having to, like, I was doing a podcast episode on like songwriters in the industry.
Right.
And I was like, why is it hard to find information on these people? And I'm like, I'm sure part of this, like some of this nonsense is part of it. People are not feeling confident to come and say, I wrote for this person or I was a songwriter on this, because Nigerian audience will come and drag them for doing their job. Like, I don't get. Well,
by the way, this just made me think. Do the headies have a category for songwriter?
Yes, they do.
I don't. Do they?
Yes, they do.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, but I don't think. I think
they usually give it to
for
the artist.
Yeah,
don't they?
Yeah,
sorry,
I thought
you
it was
don't
like
think categories for what?
So the way they do the category, how do I explain it? I feel, or this is my own personal opinion, but I feel like it should just be a non-performance category.
Oh, yeah. I know they've had non-performing songwriters in the nominations too, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty open.
No, but like I just feel like I'm just saying like
it will not make sense like that. It won't make sense.
Yeah.
Imagine me
It needs to be
writing a
open.
song that is very big, and you're telling me I cannot win an award for writing my song because I was gonna perform it. Nah, bro.
Yeah. It's pretty open. And it should be open.
Man,
But
artists
yeah,
are greedy, in my opinion, though, because when it comes to like this video of the year, they get the
yeah.
awards. Songwriter, they get the awards. Everything, they get the awards.
The thing is,
They
even
need to
it's like
chill.
song of the year, you typically, at least this for the Grammy, song of the year goes to the songwriters. Actually, the award goes to the songwriters, not the performers.
Yeah, the headers should adopt
But
that.
I don't know if the headies do it like that though.
Yeah, they should like.
You cannot
Anyway,
even
I actually
push the
didn't know. I
agenda
didn't know
yet.
that Tay actually deleted that tweet. Oh,
That's
very
sad.
unfortunate,
That's
man.
so
The
sad.
fuck?
That's so sad.
That's the situation we find ourselves in because songwriters are not given the kind of respect they should actually be
Yes,
given.
nah. They'll tell them that. They'll
So
tell them, "Oh, you're just trying to come and get it. Are you the first person to?"
exactly, you're chasing clout, you're doing
Chasing,
this, you're doing that. Should them now one give
chasing
category.
Bro,
clouds.
I hate
you
some of the
stupid?
conversations that I hate some of the conversations we still have to this day. I'm like, what do you mean?
Oh God.
They cannot come and say they wrote a song. You're chasing clouds. Not only you don't write for, please, man.
Anyway, that's very annoying. But we'll move on. Any other thoughts on the top 10 this week? Any songs that you believe in to make like a move next week or
My final
change
thoughts
trends?
are that I reckon this song can go 2-3 weeks at number one consecutively.
Piece of my heart.
Piece of my heart.
Yeah, but
I reckon not, but
I think
what is anyone dropping? Is anyone dropping next week or this week?
no, like to me personally, like I just feel like I might be proved wrong, but R&B songs don't really like last on the.
That's the thing, bro.
This one is not mistake.
MMS is not necessarily R&B in its essence, but I'm sure you're going based off the tempo. You're going off of like this is not a dance record type of thing. And we've seen MMS, which is not a dance record, hold up 3 weeks at the number one spot.
Especially when it's being performed by Wizkid.
I think when it's Wizkid, it's kind of different. It's number 4 on radio, and it's doing like crazy numbers on stream. So
yeah,
it's gonna take.
If it has both radio and streaming, it's gonna stick around.
Yeah.
If it has radio and streaming,
let's see, but I just want to say that you know what? Let me keep that one to myself. But if it does last an extra 2 weeks, well. It is well.
I think the timing is great for Wiz too. I think
I'll tell you that it will last because I don't see anybody coming.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think the timing is great for him. I can't foresee anyone like really essentially knocking him out. But if there is someone that's coming to knock that number one spot, I think it would be I'm not sure how close it is right now with Benson and Rema's Fikon, but if it's anything, I think it would be that song that would challenge it, but I don't think it would still.
The time is really good. Omale just postponed this album, so yeah.
Lost Boy.
Someone stole his idea again.
I want you to take this up. I just want to say, please come up for air.
Yo, who said someone stole his idea again? That's.
And they don't see the idea for the next album. So he moved.
That's
it's
why.
been moving.
No, it's been moving.
It's been moving now.
You are crazy, man.
Now, whoever made that joke, you ate with that. It's been moving for real.
It's been moving. Anyway,
can we see the gatekeepers? Can we now see the gatekeepers?
The gatekeepers are preventing him.
Yo, why are we treating Omale like this, man?
All of a sudden, they know how to close gates, but before they did not know. But they have acquired their padlock, so
anyway, Omale's album first quarter 2025 will be there by God's grace.
If Bonner tell him say he go drop, he go still move him. Nothing.
Also, yeah, what's the tea on Burna's album? Like, there is no album this year too from Burna.
Are you people actually expecting an album from Burna this year?
I mean, at some point it was kind of feeling possible.
Was it?
I feel like at some point there was. an announcement. For some reason, I felt like, oh yeah, we're probably getting a Burna album. It's probably one of those things where
He
like
did make that announcement. He did with
he did,
that, and
right?
then he dropped that.
He did,
snippet
he did make
for...
the announcement, but we believed him.
Oh, okay, that's what you
Yeah,
mean.
because remember that was the same period when he dropped the snippet for Empty Chairs.
Right.
Yeah. But
To be honest,
forgot
after
what
that
happened.
midnight passed and I did not see anything, I was like, this man is just using us to do whatever he
Oh
pleases.
yeah,
at
he
this
did one big
And
prank like
he
this.
said it's
Yeah,
by
that's what it
midnight,
was.
and all of us
That's
stayed
what
up.
it was.
We were even on this space waiting for midnight.
Yeah.
Midnight clock did not see
Yeah.
anything.
So
I said,
it doesn't
okay,
feel like it's happening this year.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll be here when it's ready. What else? Top 10 wise. Can move on.
No,
My
I think we.
own is
I
you
think we
guys
will
are
just
forgetting that Davido is dropping Awuke. I don't
Thank
know
you
if you
very
guys
much.
know. So at
Davido is
least
dropping what?
When is it dropping it? This
Awu
week?
Okay.
Ekuke abi Awuke.
Oh
What do
yes.
you guys know?
That's
When is he dropping that?
What's
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
This Friday.
This Friday
Yeah,
now he's
so
dropping it this Friday. You guys are looking for a song that will challenge Piece of My Heart. So Awuke
so
will
so
challenge
is the
Piece of
video that want to shift because of
Why?
Please.
that's
Can we
Why are
not
you
can we not
dismissing
talk
it?
about
Why people making it seem as if no, it's out of the realm of
Why are you
possibility now?
dismissing it?
Wow.
like
you cannot you
The
cannot
song sounds like
you
a. It
shift
sounds
piece of
like
my heart cake.
it sounds like one of those.
Oh, I'm actually just seeing this with YG Marley as well.
Yeah, YG Marley.
Yes,
It's the
now we are
song.
going to be there on Friday now.
It's the song that had a snippet
You'll
that
be
was,
there.
in my opinion, like quite treacherous. But once you got the other part of
WP,
it,
why
the
Wow.
pre-chorus building into it, that pre-chorus was beautiful. That pre-chorus was beautiful, and I thought, especially when you're seeing people vibing to it in a group, and it feels like a function record. It feels like a party, everybody outside type of song. I can see people like obviously singing at the top of the lungs that pre-chorus, and then the drop now feels like a part where they just go silly. And of course, that snippet itself, it's silly. In isolation, it looks silly. But just having that pre-chorus context to it and having that like that drop that, oh, you're supposed to go silly here, I think that effect might be something. And I'm looking forward to the record though. I'm looking forward to the whole song.
You know why I feel like you could not do anything?
Yeah.
Like, do you guys see the kind of traction FC is giving Piece of My Heart?
Is it
Those
only
guys are
FC?
hosting streaming parties almost every.
Is it only FC?
Like the kind of like the way they're pushing this record is on another level.
I won't
Right?
credit
I've
it to
never seen
FC
if you
though.
say okay that. No, it's not that.
I
You're
won't
not
credit it
getting
to
my
solely
point,
FC.
right? These guys, okay, it's not only FC, but the
Do
way
you know
they're
what I'll
pushing
credit
it,
more? Do you know what I'll credit
I
more?
remember this song is number 1 on Afrobeat charts UK now.
I understand that. I understand.
Yeah,
Do you know
like-
what I'll credit more? I'll credit Wiz. Building up to this man was in the news constantly. I don't know. Everybody knew about this drop. Essentially, there was a lot.
Mostly for trolling people.
For obvious reasons, he was at the top of our mind. Like he was in front of us for quite some time and teased this song for quite some time as well. And obviously, the song is a good record too. So it's now double down to a very, very. I mean, granted, the method is shaky. Okay, we might not all adopt that type of method to make yourself known, but at the end of the day, it converted a lot for him. It converted a lot.
I know my guys are like proper FC. You know the kind of like streaming parties these guys are throwing almost every day. You know that on that day that the videos will drop, they'll go host another streaming party. And that day they go plenty part. Nothing with the video.
And to be fair, this is Wizkid's first like solo drop. When was the last time? When was S2? I don't even know if I'll count.
S2 was December of 2020.
Wait, what do you mean solo drop?
Not solo drop. I mean like primary.
Oh right, okay.
Like primary credit. I don't know if S2 was still a Starboy release, or was it a Wizkid release?
S2 was under Wizkid. He dropped it under his name.
Okay, we thank the Lord. We thank the Lord.
Can I? Sorry to interrupt you. Can I ask a question?
No. Go ahead.
I can see someone from the Turntable chat team here. I think his name is Osas. Or am I pronouncing that right?
Osas works. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see the jumbotron. Can you please add like a section on your website where you can check the artist chart history?
Yeah, totally. That's in the works at the moment. It's just
Beautiful.
taken some time to deploy. So
I would like that feature too. It's a nice feature.
There was a tweet from Turntable Chat that said Benson recorded his 17th or 20th top 10 entry, but there's no way to check that on the website.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was even reading it here too. Benson has 19 top 10s.
Thanks for the feedback. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Also, you can check your DM because I've sent you lots of messages, but I don't seem to get any reply.
Right. Okay. Will do.
Yeah, just check your DM. Also, the certifications section, do you plan on updating that anytime soon, or it's just going to be stagnant?
I could contact because we're all in like different departments, right? And I can't really say for
everyone
how far they've gone with like updating the website, but definitely these are like things that we're currently working on. So it's not the case that we're just not looking at it or we've abandoned ship. We're actually working on it, but it's just limited and how to put it. But yeah, working on it.
Okay, I appreciate that because it's nice to have like an aggregate chat from Nigeria, but it seems like every time I check the websites, there's nothing on it and everything is just on Twitter.
Yeah, understandable.
All
but
right.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, appreciate it, NG Music Stats, for the much needed feedback. And holding turntable charts to a standard. We appreciate it.
Proper way to critique, not why is my artist not on the chart.
Thank you. I mean,
it's
way better than that.
People will not kill me. They say na chart. That's why your fave no did it. Why you know streaming music when you reach there?
All right, guys. But anyway, the Grammys are happening this weekend. We're going to hear nominations. I think on the 8th of this week. Real quick, we can just like glance through some of our predictions. We've already seen some for your consideration posts from artists, but we can definitely have a good conversation quickly on what we believe can happen, or we can move on to something else if we can't. Anyway, do we want to? I know Vijay, you had your hand up. Did you want to add something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, Shwala Bam will be getting a nomination, Best African Performance. That's my own. Finish.
Okay.
I don't know about any other song, but I believe
I guess we can kick off with African.
Best African performance. Hope you don't mean the remix.
The remix with Burna, of course.
Burna. The remix.
I don't get which one were they nominated for?
Which one would you put there before?
I can actually see that. I can see it.
Cool.
Junior, do you oppose to Shwala being nominated?
Why?
Okay.
Because Burna is the Grammy.
I don't understand. What
is it the case that you don't like the Shwala Bam song or the remix?
I just see better records there. Like Love Me JJ did there, Commas did there, pick that one. Shwala Bam, your mind was
we're talking about nomination, not winning.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, why should
Junior, you don't see it being in the conversation?
Because it should.
So the Shwala Bam is not even about Commas is in the conversation.
No, hold on a second, please. We're talking about a song that had people for how many months of the year? What do you mean, why?
Why
as how?
I don't understand why you people just feel like you need to. Why would you not put Shwala Bam?
A song that had the entire.
They perform Commas for stadium.
Bro, had everybody doing the one dance.
Oh yeah, now
the song that had everybody burning over crossbar that did not see.
We go there. She be na 8 now. We go there.
I don't know how many.
No, I think
I can assure you Commas will not be there. That one,
is the way you said why, as if it's out of the realm of
No, she be na 8.
Okay, so
BJ, I go tag you now.
Shwalabam, I would agree. I think
I think it has a good
it
chance
has
of
a
being
great
nominated.
shot at being
Or
I've been nominated in that category. Love Me Jeje is another good shout too. I'll
Of
say Love Me
course.
Jeje with Tems.
The Asake Summit active.
I didn't see
MMS.
Ashake's submissions.
MMS.
It was MMS, okay.
I don't think I even saw his For Your Consideration killing up with.
Yeah, I don't
I
think he
just
did.
quickly went to
What
Spotify.
I bring on?
You just quickly went to Spotify. Slick back. Were you saying something?
Whatever he wanted to say,
I just
Anyway.
want to say that after how many months that they said, oh, the record will do that, the verse is going to work, is going to come and do 1 million, 100 million streams, 200 million streams, that we should not worry if we hit the verse. All the talk that they were saying, nothing wanted to show for it.
But I don't get the song did not work. You think the song did not work?
No, I'm not saying the song did not work. I'm just saying that the song did not perform as expected. That's what
Shwalabam?
Shwalabam
no perform as expected.
Not Shwalabam.
Oh, okay. Which
What
song?
Shwalabam remix. Shwalabam remix.
We're saying the remix now.
So the
No,
remix
why
not
are we
perform
talking
well.
about the
You know
remix?
Shwalabam saying a remix.
It's the remix I'm talking about. The
Okay.
ordinary one I accept, but the remix that they were saying that, oh, like when we were hitting on the verse and they were like, it's going to do wonders and all that. I cannot see the wonders after many months. That's why I just keep to say.
How many streams does he have?
Go and check it now.
You people are confusing me, please.
Do we want to go? Do we want to go artist by artist for your consideration and see?
I guess sure.
Because
then I also ask, you people have not mentioned the only global artist, so I don't know if you are just. I just mentioned people.
Who's the only global artist?
Who is the only global artist?
Keyword only.
You don't know the only global artist. Hey.
Who is the only global artist?
Say Omale.
No. Omale did not drop this year now. Omale just gave everybody a fighting chance. I'm talking about Tyla.
Oh.
No, we won't repost.
Anyway, for Ashake's submissions, he had MMS with Wizkid for Best African Music Performance. Do we think he's landing a nomination there with that one?
Definitely, Grammy baby.
I think he is.
You can pick MMS, but you cannot pick a Shwalabam remix. God.
MMS just fell under the year
in review.
Yeah, so it didn't necessarily have the longevity of the other songs. So it doesn't necessarily feel like it should be awarded this year. It feels like something for next year, but it's in consideration. He also put down Bust Down with Zlatan. Which
issue with that one. Big issue with that one.
They submitted Bust Down to the Grammys.
They submitted
I have
Bust
questions.
Down.
Why? Who?
Wait. That song is actually a nice song.
It's politics.
Lost Boy, that's not the.
I think it's just politics.
Grammy is not about commercial performance.
It's not. Wink, wink. It's not.
It's not about commercial performance.
No.
Anyway, so I think we're expecting MMS to make it. We're not expecting Bust Down to make it.
I just don't.
I'm not expecting MMS.
For Amapiano to make it, anything can make it too.
That's cap. Amapiano had his run. Like
way better than.
That's not a Bust Down.
Hello.
Can someone remind us how these songs are selected in the first place? Like, they're voted for, right, to be nominated.
Yeah, like the what's it called? Yeah, they're voted for.
The Academy, I think.
The Academy.
And trust me, the African Academy is not voting Bust Down.
So that's literally why I asked. Cause You have to
Yeah.
think what these people are more likely to vote for.
Yeah.
Imagine the Lakpo, imagine the Lakpo or Daisy.
Yeah,
Both
they're
with
not
Joey
voting.
all
can.
these
Imagine
people
Joey
with
can
buzz down
do.
the same one.
People are annoying.
Yeah, South African campaign too. I don't think Joey is voting though. Anyway.
I mean, Emmanuel, you won't know. Do you see his tail?
You won't know. You can't see his feet. sorry.
Fuck y'all. No, I was saying that because he's a professional member, not a voting member. There's two kinds of members.
What? Wait, professional in what?
Professional member now.
Oh, they
Wait,
do
Taj,
professional member.
What kind of
I'm
disrespect
confused.
is
Like,
that?
like
He
there's
didn't know
professional
there was a
member and then there's a
difference.
different kind of member.
Yeah, there's professional members, there's voting members. Professional members are like execs, journalists, like A&Rs, people working behind the scenes essentially in professional manner. And voting members are artists themselves, producers, people that are involved in the craft itself.
Okay, so like people like them, so like them Dolapo, them business.
Dolapo is professional, yeah.
Oh, so they don't vote.
They don't vote, but they essentially what they do is they do the what's it called? Essentially the campaigning, and they submit to. Yeah, they lobby. They lobby, and then they also put submissions. They're the ones that actually submit for artists. So I think they have a certain number of submissions in a year too. So professional members do submit, and then voting members do vote essentially. I don't even know if voting members can submit as well, but I know professional members do a lot of the submissions themselves. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's about it for Asake. Lungu Boy was also another consideration for Global Music album and album of the year as well. But obviously, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so why not? You know.
Wait, I don't think you don't think it stands a chance
for album of the year.
For album of the year.
Oh, album. What I meant the global African.
No, not best global. For nomination of album of the year. Yes.
I mean, he has Travis Scott. He has Sense. Positioning wise, it ain't crazy.
I just sure people know the.
What you mean it's not crazy?
It's not that insane position.
No,
the thing is, I would never clown artists for still shooting their shots. I think it's still good.
No, I think they should
but
shoot their shots 100%. But you guys know
there are
the people
areas.
that submit.
Yeah,
do you people know the people that are submitting this year for album?
I swear, Buzz Down is more insane than that submission.
First.
Ow! No, come on. There's no way you believe that, Taj.
No, I'm like, you know you guys know the big pop hitters that are submitting for album of the year this year.
Relax.
I'm joking.
Anyway,
when the Billie Eilishes of the world are submitting for album of the year too.
Yeah, man.
I don't know that I'm kind of Carpenter song.
What'd you say? The Sabrina Carpenters, exactly.
Yeah, man. They're doing a lot.
Believe.
Sorry, someone's gonna say something real quick.
Somebody said
you guys are leaving out my idolo. My idolo dropped Benin Boys.
Did Rema put out for your consideration?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Rema did?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, let me share it for you.
Okay. Because I didn't find his.
Yeah,
it's on Fortnite. I think Fortnite posted about it.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing the Rema one.
There we go.
Best new artist. Interesting.
Yes, no. See, Taj said that they should be taking all their shots, so they are. Let them.
Me, I didn't say that too.
That's not what you said.
No, I think some shots are ridiculous, but it is what it is.
It says some shots are ridiculous.
Okay, wait.
Yeah,
but for Rema, there's nothing ridiculous here. For Rema,
Ayra submitted. Tems submitted, of course. Asake.
You see that Tems? Oh my god, those submissions were. Mwah.
Yeah, the Tems one were beautiful.
They were beautiful. I was like, I can't lie, you have a fantastic
They were beautiful. I think we'll get to the Tems one after this. But for Rema, Rema took a shot at Best New Artist. He took a shot at Album of the Year and Best Global Music Album for Haze, or ES rather. and Benin Boys featuring Charlie Poppy for Song of the Year, Record of the Year, Best African Music Performance, and Best Music Video. And we have Ozeba for Best Global Music Performance. Anyway, yeah, I think for Yee's best global music album, do you guys think there's a world where that happens?
I don't know.
I feel like the closest is best new artist.
Nah.
So what's the criteria for best new artist?
I think
Yes, I wanted to ask that.
I think you shouldn't have. Let me pull it up. But yeah, I think in most cases it's if you've not been nominated.
Because I'm like, last
Wait,
year was
Calm
like his
Down wasn't
best shot.
nominated for Grammys.
It wasn't.
No, it
Yeah, never got
wasn't.
a Grammy shout.
That was why I
What?
feel like
Yeah, so
it
okay,
wasn't.
the whole Calm Down thing happened because of the time it was released. The song had not
Right.
peaked essentially, and it was submitted for Best Global Music
The
Performance.
original was submitted.
The original was submitted exactly, and the year following, they couldn't.
Makes sense.
Yeah, they couldn't follow up again because they've submitted. But anyway, where are we?
I feel like I'm conflicted with, like, I know the impact of his. I know what his has done generally.
But
like,
you also cannot reconcile
But
that
I
with...
don't know that. I don't know if Grammy. I don't know if in the Grammy world it
for global
holds
music.
the weight. Yeah, it holds the weight that it technically maybe should. It's a weird one, man. Like, see, at the end of the day, I think I appreciate Rema for doing what he did because he knows exactly what he wants out of music. But you know, at the end of the day, he hasn't played the game, and this whole Grammy thing is also a game, right? So I don't know. I mean, if he gets something out of this, I think he's going to be one of the biggest winners out of our Afrobeats artists because he literally went against the grain.
Yeah.
And if he gets something out of any of these, then I think that would be a very good shout. But I can't just knowing the game. I don't know that he has played it. He has
think
danced to their rhythm at all.
I think considering that it's a lot of other artists, like you lot said, and producers voting in these categories, right?
Yep.
Then
I think
I don't know. I think because I feel like a lot star power and
name
appeal
recognition
plays a huge role into like some of these things, and I don't know, maybe sympathy and feeling like I should have gotten something for Calm Down.
But then again, I think I don't know if the voters are cautioned to not look at it from an African gaze, right? Since it's not an African award, right? Because putting Africans in an American award space, how does it work? Because it's from the American gaze, right? It's not like
but they still have. I mean, we know how many like how many professional and voting members have poured in from Africa into the Grammys like ecosystem in the last 2 years now.
So does that mean that what happens locally then has an effect on what exactly?
I think the tides have been shifted slightly with the input of like 2 years of like 2 generations of voting and professional members pouring in. Essentially, the first year of professional members were the ones that essentially got us the African music performance category. Shout out to Gracie and her efforts behind that. Essentially, that's something a professional member would be a part of, right? So they've actually like ever since we've been shifting towards actual Africans and what the music is reflecting from our own gaze as well. It feels like it's shifting towards that direction.
Also, I was gonna ask how many folks. I this question may be dumb, and maybe I'm just speaking out of ignorance, but how many people stream like Angelique Kidjo's songs in the US and like
exactly
when she wins all of these awards, is it the case that
it's because she's known amongst the professionals? She's known amongst
exactly and not
necessarily in a commercial sense.
Pretty much
So their supposed eligibility criteria is you must have released a minimum of 5 singles or tracks or 1 album. You may not have entered into this category more than 3 times, including as a performing member, and you must have achieved a breakthrough into the public consciousness.
Sorry, just a minute.
Yes.
when the last criteria you just mentioned, is it the case that
For best new
so
artist.
if you've applied for, is it apply? If you've submitted for that category
Yeah.
3 times already in the past, then you don't get to.
You don't get to do it a fourth time. Looks like.
What?
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's strange.
That makes sense.
I waiting then talk, man. And then they said
Maybe if you submit
you must have achieved a breakthrough into the public consciousness and impacted the musical landscape during the eligibility period.
Very subjective.
Exactly. A lot of this is very subjective.
Of course, music in itself.
No,
Very
but like, you know,
subjective.
like sometimes you can see some of the criteria and it's like, okay, I can see who can possibly, but it's like, okay, you must have this amount of tracks, got it.
Yeah.
You have impacted well, depending on whose gaze you're looking through.
Yeah.
Clearly, Rema has impact. And then I don't think he's entered this category before.
Yeah,
So.
and I think he's still banking on a lot of what Calm Down did for him too.
There's also that, I suppose, yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if he gets considered for it.
If he gets considered and actually nominated, that's big.
That would be huge. They're usually generous with this category. They sometimes have like 10 nominees. But
oh really?
Yeah, I think they've had like a lot sometimes. Like they've had like because they try to be as generous as possible by covering as much genres as many genres as they can, you know. So anyway, that was Rema. For African music performance, Benin Boys. I think he should have submitted Ozeba instead, but I don't know. You know, when there's a feature, I knew this about this category going into this African music performance category. There'll be a lot of collaboration or collaborative songs making campaigns instead of like a solo effort. That's how I felt about Amapiano, to be honest. I felt like in the roster of Asake's records, granted it's a huge record, but I felt like it would make many people would tend to submit their collaborative songs for this category as opposed to their solo efforts. Or am I bugging for thinking that?
Well, Amapiano songs have like 5 featured artists or producers who just like the song titles are literally 100 words or 100 characters. Sometimes.
I know I said that.
Where you carrying us to like this?
I know. No, but anyway, Benin Boys is still a decent record. It was a single from the album, to be fair. So, yeah, I think it would be interesting to see him grab a nomination with that song. But I think he stands better chance with Ozeba, I think. But
for global music performance, I think that's actually one of the better submissions.
For global music performance, right?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see. Do you guys want to share the Tems one up here? Because I know I have it.
Yeah.
I shared Ayra's on. Let's go about Ayra now.
Oh yeah, let's look at Ayra. Let's look at Ayra then. Ayra, this one was interesting. The year I turned 21 for Album of the Year and Global Music Album. Komaz for Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best African Music Performance. Bora Bora, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best Global Music Performance. Hype, Best Global Music Performance. That's with Aya Nakamura. Goodbye with Asake for Best Music Video. You're Hired for Best Global. That's not right. What's the song called? You're Hired.
It's
it's a feature.
Feature.
No.
Yeah, it's a feature.
Is it a feature?
It sounds like a feature. It's not her song.
It's a feature.
Okay.
But with who? Oh, with Naked. Oh, Naked.
Naked.
Yeah, Naked. It's a play on words, obviously. But yeah, that's interesting. They're under the global music performance. What country are they from? Are they like Swedish or something?
No idea. The Tems one is also in the Jumbotron.
They're from the Globe.
Right. Anyway, they're from the Globe, so global music performance. And there's Big FU. That's the one with David Guetta.
Yep.
For best pop duo group performance. I like that for her. You know, like she had a.
By the way.
Yeah, she had a very active year for collaborations. So it's nice to see her like.
We wanted our baby girl to stop last year.
She was working.
She's probably like the most streamed Nigerian artist on Spotify.
Yeah, and I think because I know a lot of that too has to attribute to how much she put out. She put out a lot.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, I was.
And she has that big record, the Santa.
Yeah, Yeah. She has the Santa. She has the Bora Bora one too.
Bora Bora.
She has big records in different pockets of like the world, to be honest. So it's nice that she has a lot of shots at the global music performance, almost to the point that I can guarantee her spot. I don't know if I can guarantee, but I feel like she has so many shots there for her to like. It would be crazy if she didn't, but it would be nice to see it, of course.
But why am I not seeing Santa, or is it the calendar
I
or
think Santa is
something?
not in the calendar yet. I think,
Oh my
but
God.
that's weird because it came
But
way earlier.
that's interesting because
Yeah,
if Santa is not eligible, then how come?
Bora Bora is.
Bora Bora. God
Yeah.
bless you.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that Santa is not here. Or did they mean to write Santa instead of Bora Bora?
Or maybe,
Or
or maybe
maybe
they
it's
just
the
didn't
guy
add
that
it
was
to her
submitted.
flyer,
I
and
don't think
maybe Russian did. Maybe.
what you
Yeah,
said.
exactly. Let me check.
Like maybe
Let
they
me
didn't add
check
it
if
to her
Russian
flyer, and
submitted.
Russian
Maybe
I don't
yeah,
think
because
she
it's not her
Maybe.
song.
Maybe.
But if maybe Russian did submit it, so she didn't put it under hers. I don't know how that
Yeah.
even works.
Possible.
Yeah. Anyway, that was Ayra. Do we see her essentially getting a nomination for Best African Music Performance? I can actually see commands happening. I know people will probably scoff at it, but I think it's a good swing.
Why would they scoff at it?
I think it's a good swing. I think it's a best shot at that category. It's a solo effort, very African in nature when it comes to the composition and
And it was
everything.
very, very successful.
Yeah, and it did a good. It had a good like run for her in terms of rollouts for the album. So yeah, man, I think that's be about it. The other ones, Hype or You're Hired. Yeah, or Bora Bora or Santa. It's crazy that Santa isn't here, but 'cause I think that would have been almost a no-brainer for global music.
For global music, yeah.
But we'll see, man. Hopefully she gets something out of it. But anyway.
I like that she submitted Big FU though, still.
Yeah, best pop. So she at least is in the pop conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's nice. Best pop duo effort. Hopefully she snags one there too. Anyway, let's move on to Tems. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Tems with her Grammy submissions. Born in the Wild album of the year. Global Music album. Best engineered album. Okay. Non-classic. I like that.
I was saying, I read it and I was like, whoever did her submission,
Yeah.
they were in their bag.
They were in their bag.
I think
They
this
were in their
sense
big
died.
bag. Because I was like, the way I can actually see this being nominated for any of these is kind of crazy.
Yeah. No, like, even from an engineering standpoint, I think
Yeah,
that
from
was
an
a
engineering
beautiful
standpoint.
album. Yeah. That was a very good album for that. So yeah, it would be
It's
interesting to see.
it's an expensive album.
Yeah.
Look expensive.
For sure. And then she has Love Me Jeje taking shots at the Record of the Year, Song of the Year, African Music Performance, and Best Music Video. I think African Music Performance stands a very strong chance for her to get that one.
If they don't nominate Love Me Jeje of the activities account, I'm putting it out there.
Has he reached that level?
He passed that level.
It's crazy.
Look, is it wild to say that Tems might have had a bet? No, actually, I'm about to say something crazy. Never mind.
It's okay. Let's hear it.
See it. I did your part.
As crazy as it might sound, Taj, say it.
Her American success is not that crazy this year, but her local, like she's more like, should I say her local success? It's not. I'm not saying it might be bigger numbers wise, but it seems like she still was able to pull a lot of ground locally. Maybe because of the Love Me JJ record. Damn.
We talked about Love Me JJ, right?
I can see.
It actually had a free mind this year. She didn't have.
Yeah.
She hasn't had an R&B
hit
breakthrough this year, but like her Afro record, like I don't know, diaspora wise, and even like locally to a good extent, has like moved.
Right.
So I wonder how the Grammys like see it. But then again, that's my whole.
That's
thing
the
about,
African music performance.
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's why I said like I can see that happening, right? But it's crazy because I'm seeing Love Me Jeje for Record of the Year and Song of the Year, and I feel like she doesn't even have a stage. She doesn't stand a chance there at all.
Of course, like I mean, a lot of these artists do not in those categories because the competition there are just insane.
It's
right?
very few.
Yeah, but if I saw maybe a couple years back and I saw a Free Mind there, I wouldn't have been that crazy, which is kind of why I had that take, right? Like if I saw like a Free Mind there when Free Mind was hot, or when I wouldn't have. You get? It's just interesting how like it's now the African record that they're also this year we're trying to use to score a shot there, which is probably not going to work.
To be honest,
But that
even when Free Mind was doing its madness, I don't even think it stood
I
in the
guess
generals, because the generals are the generals, bro. If you're not like in, I think if for a Nigerian record, I think Calm Down would have been the best shot if it was eligible. In any of those like Song of the Year conversations, just based on
That's
the recognition of the song itself. And I know Free Mind was huge, but yeah, I think it would still be a genre moment for her. Same way I thought Essence was a sweep for R&B. Like I think if she had Free Mind in that moment too, because it wasn't necessarily eligible, but if Free Mind would have definitely be competing in all the R&B categories you can think of. But the generals are just the generals, man. Like almost A-listers. It's left for A-listers type of
Yeah.
but
stuff.
Kat said
They
something about like she didn't have that R&B moment like that. I feel like Burning,
Burning is the
nah,
closest, yeah.
Burning,
This year,
yeah.
with from the album at least. And the J. Cole record to some sense.
I love that. I love that they submitted that for melodic rap
For melodic
performance.
rap, yeah. Because
I
Yeah.
she's
love
won
that
that
song.
before. She's won that
I
before.
yeah, I think she has a very good chance to get nominated for
But
that
I
one.
don't even think it's a melodic rap song.
Why not?
I don't know, man.
It's not
Probably,
melodious
it
enough.
doesn't have hip hop elements.
It's not melodious
I
enough.
don't think it's a
Right.
melodic rap song. It's an R&B song that has a rapper on it. If you know what I mean.
Even though.
Yeah, but I
And
think.
so what?
Even though on top still.
But I might have to look through the melodic rap performance description to see if it actually like holds up to the composition of it. But yeah, just by looking at it, I was like, it's still an R&B song. But anyway, yes. So she has Free Fall shooting at the best melodic rap performance. She has Burning shooting at best R&B performance and best R&B song. I think she can do more with Burning. There's because R&B has like lots of categories. Like there's a traditional R&B category as well that I feel Burning can shoot at too. Anyway, but yeah, I'll say take more
I feel like
shots
they
at
played it
R&B.
safe there.
I think also I just wanted to say I think that's what's it called because me I'm just looking at the previous winners of
Yeah.
this like melodic rap performance category. I'm so sorry if Crazy in Love can win and yeah and My Love and no like she has a very good chance like the entire thing they just said there should be melody and rap elements and there it starts and there it end.
Let me actually read the melodic rap. This category recognizes excellence in performances that use the delivery of rap and melody over modern production. The performance requires a strong and clear presence of melody combined with rap cadence and is inclusive of dialects, lyrics, or performance elements from non-rap genres, including R&B. Okay, fair enough. Rock, country, electronic, or more.
Yeah.
Okay. The production may include traditional elements of rap or elements characteristic of the aforementioned non-rap genres. Both the song and melody should be considered to fit these criteria to be accepted in this category. So I think it actually, by the book, it actually holds up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because
Yeah.
I'm also looking at like I'm like if you can have Justin Timberlake win two of them, like forget he does pop, but to me he's an R&B
Yeah.
artist.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
I
can't.
typically used to look at melodic rap categories to like the Futures,
Yeah,
the Lil Uzi Verts, the Cardis,
yeah,
the ones that actually like do a lot of melodic rapping in their stuff. But essentially, yeah, it can have that because the category is a lot more generous than that. Anyway, is that it for Tems? And then number one for best African music performance. That's the song with Tyla, the Tyla feature.
Oh.
Yeah, number one. It's on the Tyla album.
I was trying to recollect what's rock.
I forgot. I actually forgot about that song.
The
Oh.
number one
Yeah,
song. Yeah,
yeah.
off the album it was kind of forgetful, but
It was kind of forgettable. Sorry.
yeah. But anyway, that was Tems with the submissions. Not bad. I think our best chance is still African music performance with Love Me Jeje. I think Burning might take a shot at best R&B, but I don't know. I'm not even confident with that one.
I like Burning.
Yeah, I
Burning
like
was
Burning
fun.
too, but in terms of R&B, I think we might have to like look at which other songs could compete. I think Mutt by Leon Thomas is a big shout. I think
What's it
Oh wait,
called?
which one by Leon Thomas? Which
Mutt.
one did he
Mutt.
submit?
Yeah, I think he submitted Mutt for best
He
R&B.
submitted my.
Yeah. So
I
I think that's the
I don't know.
I think
I
that's the
wish.
winner. I would go as far as saying,
I
but
would.
Really?
I believe that
I
would
don't
win
know
it.
about that. I
I don't
wish
know
he
that
had
one.
submitted the. I wish the other projects that he did is what came out as Mutt. Is okay. It's not as great as his other stuff, and I think that's why.
Like I want to
Like
guess
he
that was it
deserves
called.
it,
Yeah.
but I don't know that he deserves it for that.
True. Okay.
I want to guess that was his name. Like Party Next Door is going to submit. Bryson Tiller is going to submit.
True.
Like those are
Beyonce
all
is
those
gonna
that came out.
submit.
Who?
Beyonce in the R&B?
What's
Yeah,
she
for
looking for?
Hands on
What's she?
Heaven
Only?
She submitted.
and
She
Cowboy
submitted
Carter.
to
Now you
Hands.
have to show up for her
No,
queen.
no. She submitted to Hands to Heaven for duet.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
I think she submitted one for R&B.
No, let me see if I can find it. But most of the submissions she made were for what's it called? Were for country, and Americana.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But I know for Two Hands to Heaven, she submitted it as that's the one with Miley Cyrus, right?
No, that's not the one with Miley Cyrus.
That's the one with
Which one?
Dolly?
No, it's not. It's not. It's a solo.
Oh, okay. So what
It's
she
a solo
submitted?
song. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she submitted. No, not Two Hands to Heaven. That's not the one. It was Two Most Wanted. She submitted that one as best country, uh, duo performance. So that was her and Miley Cyrus, and then she submitted Levi's Jeans by her and Post Malone as best duo pop, and then for R&B she
Interesting. She went pop.
submitted. Yeah, so she submitted one country song, one pop song. Then for R&B she submitted Tyrant with Dolly Parton.
Oh,
And then
okay.
for
It's Tyrant.
rap, and then for melodic rap, she submitted Spaghetti with Shabuzi and Linda Martell. So she has rap, country, pop, R&B.
Shout out to Beyonce.
I'm actually trying to think of the people that like can submit for the R&B category. To be honest, I think Tems has a really good chance.
I think
I think she does.
I think if we start to list the people that can come up, so we mentioned Leon Thomas, we've mentioned Beyonce,
Leon Thomas,
we've mentioned Party Next Door. Who else could punch up here?
I think Bryson Tiller could. I think Lucky Day could as well.
Okay. Lucky Day, yes, that's true.
Yeah, because
I think Lucky Day as well.
I think Lucky Day could.
Friday.
Oh yeah.
Friday.
Oh, Friday.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But is he for what category? Sorry.
R&B. I know. I can see, but I don't know if he had like Grammy nominee level of a year. I don't know. I love Friday though. But anyway, it'll be interesting.
I know we're speaking about Tems, but I'm actually surprised Ayra didn't submit for
R&B.
R&B and
I am
the song,
too.
The Heartbroken.
But
I am as well, actually.
The last Heartbreak song. You're right.
Yeah, last Heartbreak song for R&B performance.
You're right. She should have.
Especially because she's got Giveon on the song.
She's got Giveon on it, so it's.
Yeah, I'm actually disappointed in her submissions. I feel like
not disappointed.
No, but
to be honest, it could have been a lot more audacious. I remember tweeting it when it came out. It could have been with the R&B. Thank you for even bringing it up. Yeah, Woman Commando that had big names. You can pull some leverage of
especially with Coco Jones
with
as
Coco
well.
Jones and Karol G. Or is it Karol G? Sorry, I'm mixing my Latin pop.
No, not Karol G.
It's not Karol G.
What's her name
again?
Don't mix up your Latinas now. Don't do that.
Is Anita? Sorry, Jesus, it's not even. Sorry,
Send a Carol G.
I said a
Carol
Karol G. I
G.
don't know. I went from
G.
Anita to Karol G.
Anita, Rosalia.
Rosalia is crazy.
No,
All
but
of
yeah,
them.
I mean, Woman Commando too could have. She had a good album, of course. She had a lot of us. She had a lot, to be honest. She had a lot
Arsenal, man.
She had a lot to shoot at.
She had a lot
She had a lot of bullets.
I'm not gonna lie. She had, as much as she may not have won certain categories, but she could have been as easily audacious as Tems if she really wanted to be, because that album was I think personally that album was rich as well, in terms of his collaborations, in terms of his versatility.
I for even submit Rhythm and Blues self.
Stop. Stop. Because it's got Rhythm and Blues doesn't mean it's
no. Can I be honest? I would have supported that submission.
I would have submitted Rhythm and Blues. I don't know why you guys are laughing.
No, maybe African music performance, yes.
African music performance, but not on the pop.
It is, but like
I wasn't thinking pop. I was thinking R&B.
No, but it's barely. It's not a. I won't go as far as calling that one an R&B.
Pepe, don't listen to these people. They say Rhythm and Blues is not Rhythm and Blues. In
that album, it's actually it's not an R&B effort though.
Yeah.
You look at Last Heartbreak Song. You look at 21 itself.
No, Last Heartbreak Song is definitely a missed opportunity. Sorry, they missed on that one.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you mean?
Which one?
Last Heartbreak Song. The song with
Gideon. Yeah, honestly, because
okay,
I'm not
but
sorry,
and Bad Vibes with Shay Vibes should have.
Sorry, I have a question for you.
African music performance.
Y'all do remember that this is the Grammys, right? So, like, even if she submitted, like, are you telling me that song is good enough to enter nomination?
Still take the shot, is what we're saying.
No, still take the shot.
You miss all the shots you don't.
If Rema can submit Benin Boy.
No, exactly. Like, if Rema can submit for Best New Artist, Big Man, you can submit for whatever you want.
No,
you miss all the shots you don't take.
Even
I get
Benin, if he can submit for Benin Boys, then why is she not submitting Last Heartbreak Song?
I get
for
it,
different categories, guys.
Yeah, I know, but like it's just to show how audacious she should be.
Yeah.
Because realistically,
to be honest, even more than audacious, to be honest, I also am just saying in general, like, Ayra's obviously a pop art and whatever, but she has like stellar R&B moments, and Last Heartbreak Song would have been at least put her in the conversation.
For sure.
Like, because that song was in my opinion, anyways, probably because I've heard it multiple times in the supermarket. That's why I'm saying that.
No, it's on R&B playlist. It's in R&B circles.
It's on playlist.
Yeah, it's an R&B song.
She used Giveon as an featured artist on this song. Is just enough to break into that category. Like, when we're talking, Emmanuel spoke about collaborations, and there have been a lot of collaborations in these Grammys. This is where you utilize the collaboration. This is where you use your collaboration. Yeah. But anyways, it's gone and dusted now. But
anyway,
all
right.
But Tems, I think I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been a Tems ambassador. But I won't lie, she pulled it out of the park with this album.
Yeah, her submissions.
If I say any other, you guys can actually call me a hater, but this one I cannot. Like, I think and I agree. I don't know if it was Taj that said it, but I agree with that sentiment that she may not have been like, well, what we see as commercialized Tems, like back in Essence days, but you can definitely say that she has pulled her gang. Like, she has a thick fan base, like loyal to the bone.
Bro, with the tour that she had?
Yeah, like, it was the kind of, this tour was a center, like, it really showed that, you know, her music does the talking.
Yep.
So it's kind of like what you need as an artist. It's not about how many videos you post online, or like, you know, what challenge you're doing next. It's literally just your music traveling. You guys think I'm shading? I'm not shading.
No, I understand your point.
But yeah, so yeah.
Fair enough. All right, guys. I don't know if you got to see any Burna with David
No, I
submissions.
didn't.
Yeah. I think I wanted to say something because the best African performance, it will just be 5 nominations,
Yeah.
and I think we left out someone. I think that's sensational. Chris Brown and David. I feel like that's like a really,
Would
really
that meet
strong.
the
Huh?
African music
Would that is that this year?
performance?
Is it sensational? Be the other song that you're thinking about?
Policeman.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, sensational.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Is sensational even in the year of review? Abi Kilongpe. What's the English?
Wait, can someone
It is.
check that?
It
It
is. It is. It
is.
should be.
Oh wow. Okay.
Then
Wait, wait,
it
wait.
has a
Obviously,
chance.
real review.
When was it released? Let me actually confirm that.
I'm like, are
It
you
feels
people
like it was
sure?
released during COVID. I
It's
don't know
definitely,
why.
No,
it's definitely COVID.
COVID, no.
I don't think it was released during COVID, but sensational feels like ages ago somehow
Yeah,
to me.
No,
actually, yeah, it feels like it was
No,
last year, but
Sesina was ending of last year
like
now.
yeah, late last year, October last year. So it
Was
is.
it?
Yeah.
because I
Hey
remember
God, I
everyone
beg.
started using it when they're showing their food in the restaurant. So it
Bro,
just
I'm
feels
not trying to say. The one thing having our industry does is like something that got released 3 months ago will feel like you released it 1 year ago. Cause
Yeah.
why am I thinking
honestly.
sensational
Yeah.
came out in 2022?
Yeah.
Which
Garbage.
one came out first? Was it Sensational or that Policeman?
No, sensational came
Sensational
out
Yeah,
came
first.
before that one.
Okay.
I shared Chris Brown's submissions.
Submission. So
So yeah,
there are
he
some
So
Davido
submitted
entries there, right?
he submitted Sensation of African Music Performance and best
Hey,
music video.
look.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Hey, look. So let's
Yee.
talk
Do you know
about that.
what? I rate
African
that.
music performance,
Do you
Come
know?
on.
Do you know?
I
I
rate that.
100% rate this too.
I rate this.
Yeah.
And it's deserving. I actually hope he wins.
It is
Not
deserved.
in
Yeah.
not in like I don't want African people to win, but I actually hope he wins because he has supported the music from the foundation, not foundation, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
he popularized African music, in my opinion. He's the pioneer of popularizing African music from a Western point of view.
Yeah.
Before anyone comes to me and say that he started Afrobeats, no, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But he actually popularized African
If
music.
he wins best African music performance,
we understand it's definitely gonna hit some nerves.
I was gonna say Twitter is going to be all.
It will hit some nerves,
crazy.
and it will be interesting why, and the reactions will be funny to me, because the reactions will be funny if it ends up winning.
I don't think people will be that pained. It's Chris Brown, man. That guy is like,
but I know some people will be. Some people will.
No,
be.
there's some people that it will touch
Yeah.
in not a nice.
And guys, the song is flooded. The song is flooded with African singers and songwriters. So it's like it doesn't. Of course, it's a Chris Brown win, but at the end of the day, it's still an African song.
So that means David is in the conversation somehow.
Yeah.
Nice.
He has two strong tracks now. I think Joy with Angelique Kidjo is also
Joy with
like,
Angelique Kidjo for
not the Grammy.
For global.
I'm not gonna lie, that song,
Oh, that song dropped on the last day of Grammy eligibility.
You no go miss out.
There was no way.
He was begging Mama like this.
There was no way
Davido
was not saying. Davido said, "I'm leaving here with something."
Bro, he said
I am living here with something. He dropped that song Joy. It's a nice record too, though.
After what happened last year,
it's a nice record. But he said, "Mommy, let's go, let's run it."
I love it.
I just knew they rushed that track because look at the cover art. That did not even pay the graphic designer.
Bro, it dropped last day. It dropped last day. You know what it means to drop last day.
No, I'm so sorry. The idea of not paying the cover art, the person who did the cover art is sending me.
Look at now, come on now.
They said, "Big man, hurry that up. We need to drop this music, please."
Anyway,
wow, okay.
People are not talking about the actual.
What about Fireboy? Fireboy also dropped last day.
Oh, what did he? I think
did he do for consideration?
I don't think we saw it, but I feel like he would.
I did not see any Fireboy.
I didn't see any
better
Fireboy
submit
for
every day.
He should submit some things though. I want to see if Fireboy submitted, but he should have.
He shouldn't submit an album, but he should submit every day.
All these names only for Tyla to actually win this award.
I'm screaming.
All these submissions. Only for the new Grammy baby.
Okay, African music performance. So this is our fifth entry now. So which Tyla song are we going with? Are we going with Art or we're going with Jump?
It will be Jump now.
We're going with Jump.
Okay. So
I think she's getting
best pop album nomination too, by the way.
Yeah, they got her
Oh
album got
no,
moved
I can see
to
her
pop.
getting the nomination for sure.
No,
I can see that too. Why is
I
that
can see
a
it.
foreign concept?
She can get the consideration, but she's not getting that nomination.
Oh yeah, now.
Sorry. Like
We'll see. We'll see. She
I
has
know,
steep
guys,
competition, of course. No one's saying
it's
she's going
Of
there
course,
to.
the competition
Yeah,
is
that's the
stiff.
thing. The
sweep.
competition will outbid her.
That's the new African superstar now, Grammy baby, new one.
Yeah,
She's
man.
definitely
You know what?
getting
Yeah, the only
the
reason that they
category.
will give it to her is because they want to surprise everybody. If not, like
No,
I definitely don't
Yeah,
think
she actually
but
it's
fits
in
the
the
narrative.
competition.
She
no,
fits a
but
lot of the
she
narrative.
does fit in. Thank you. She does fit the narrative of a pop star in
Yeah,
that
yeah.
in that category.
African pop star.
Yeah.
She's like African pop
And
star now.
let's not lie. Let's give it a buck. She's the closest that we've had from the continent in that conversation.
Fact,
Okay.
fact, fact.
I mean,
Like,
Tems.
no,
I
but
can
Tems is not
accept
even a
that.
pop girly.
Tyla.
Tems wasn't even going for anything pop. I'm saying in the pop conversation.
Tems is not pop. Tems is not
Tems
pop.
is
I know,
not pop.
money.
But yeah, Tyler is the best shot in that conversation. I mean, look at her
come on.
branding overall, like, and
That category is stifle.
yeah, it is. But from the continent, I think she's the best shot there
Yeah, she's the best shot.
that we've ever had.
But
in that
what do
category.
you rate her chances though of actually being nominated?
I think they're good chances, though.
I think they're very good.
I think
chances.
they're good. I think they're fair chances of being nominated. I don't see her winning it. It would be crazy if she won it. But
If the
I
album,
think
if she gets the global album nomination, I think she'll get it. I think her album is the best.
Did she submit
in
for
that
global?
category.
so. I
album?
think she got moved from global to
I don't know.
pop. I think.
Pop.
Yeah, that's
pop.
at least that's what I
from
heard.
R&B. I think she submitted for R&B.
She submitted for R&B and then
album. Yeah, it got moved to
and
pop.
got moved to
yeah.
pop. Right.
She's confused. How can she put herself as R&B?
She can.
No, the album has R&B elements.
Oh, she absolutely
yeah, they were
can. It's
R&B
very
elements.
strong R&B
Yeah, the
elements
album
on
has
there.
strong R&B elements.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I think
understand
it would
songs,
make
but
more
not as an
sense for
album.
it would make more sense for her to actually submit to R&B. But I would see what Grammys are doing because, to be honest, it's more. It seems like it leans a lot more pop, than R&B. So I would see why.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I
And you
understood.
African pop star. narrative.
Yeah, and the narrative around
Yeah,
her too.
branding.
It just seems more fitting for the pop. Cause to be honest, it's a very tactical thing to submit for R&B. Cause I think she would be a strong.
She would have a
She
good chance.
should have been a strong heavyweight there. But
Yep.
but they saw it and I was like, this feels out of place. Let's just put it in. in the,
Which makes me wonder that if they kicked her out of there too, like,
no,
and
but
they put her in pop, I'm like,
I actually think it's a good thing that they kicked her out of there. I think it's a good
no,
thing
I
because
think it is.
for
I
African
think
acts, they've always been seen within certain categories.
yeah,
Like,
but that's what I'm saying. I think it's a good idea, but a part of me also is like, okay,
Is it a recipe?
fact
Is
that-
it a setup?
no, not even a
Even
setup,
though,
like,
it's a good setup. It's
I
a good setup
think
for her
it's-
to be in those conversations, man.
but that's what I'm saying. I think her being kicked out actually, for me or from my perspective, bodes well to her possibly getting nominated for the award.
Right.
Not her winning, but nominated.
No, you're making a solid point because obviously if they see it's for more fitting in another category, it's a good chance that they're
Exactly.
going to
No, and especially
lean into
knowing
it.
the people who are already submitting for that category.
Right.
Who else is submitting for that category?
No.
Who isn't?
From
That's the
Taylor
better question.
to Sabrina to Billy.
Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo. Please.
Did Olivia
name
drop this
them.
year?
Was it this year? I mean, like,
I don't think
let me
Olivia
get
dropped this
that
year, did
book.
she?
No.
What's
Oh,
her
yeah.
name? Please, all of them.
Yeah,
Taylor
man.
I'm sure
No, I
Taylor
think it's
Swift.
Taylor,
I'm
of
sure Taylor
course.
Swift
Yeah.
will be
Taylor
as well.
submitted.
Taylor
It's
no
Taylor,
go.
of course, that's the biggest
Taylor
gangster,
probably
man.
gets it. So Taylor gets
What's it called? Billie Eilish could possibly be there.
Billy,
Like,
Yes,
yeah,
it's
I
there.
think it's
It's there.
Billy's
It's there.
award, but we'll see.
yeah, I think
Billy
it's
is there.
Billie
Billy is
Award.
there. Billy is there. Sabrina Carpenter is there. Ariana Grande is there. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Coco
Right,
there too.
No, Coco is more.
Oh, we're forgetting Charlie XCX.
Charlie
yeah.
dropped this year. That's
Brats. That's it's between
Bonafide.
Billy and Bratz, bro. But yeah, because I was about to say it's about to be Billy's album, but I love Bratz, man. I enjoyed the fuck out of Bratz, and I think it might be a good shout for that
What's it
category.
called?
But we'll see what
I
Tyler.
don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, Tyler is definitely There's competition.
You could even say that Emmanuel had a brat summer, you know?
Low key. Very low key. There's also
I think
21
somebody said
Pilots.
something about Fireboy.
What other categories did Tyler submit for?
Oh, let me see.
I haven't seen her Grammy nomination. What's it called?
Let me pull it up. Because I think she had some African performances as well.
Yeah, she submitted the record with Tems. Then I think she submitted Water.
How could I have
Water.
forgotten? Even was
with Travis Scott, the remix or?
Yeah, I think I can't remember, but she submitted Water again. Best song or something.
It's probably a different version of Water. Probably if she did, that would be funny. Because that was the game I was expecting Rema to run, but they didn't. They didn't run that game where they could have made another version of it, and to be considered a new recording, and then just.
I even forgot what's it called. Dua Lipa dropped this. Whoa, that pop category choke.
Wait, Dua Lipa dropped this year?
Yes.
I don't remember the album like that though. Might be a soft.
You don't need to remember it.
I know.
The pop consumers remember it or not?
But if Dua dropped this year, should not. You know what I mean? What Dua dropped now is like but she didn't. There was competition. Ariana Grande still had a big year too. Taylor, Charlie, Billy, yeah, man. Sabrina.
That's what
my goodness. Yeah, it's choke, man. It's choke. All right.
You guys should continue.
So yeah, Tyler.
Yeah, I think somebody was.
Go ahead.
Go on. No, I wanted to mention the only I think the only consideration that I think Fireboy had. I think PJ Morton submitted Countdown.
PJ Morton.
Yeah. He had a feature on the album, right?
Yeah. He submitted Countdown.
He also was on Justin Timberlake's album, but those awards don't go to. Those are if it's not a song, those actual like album awards or categories don't go to the featured artist. Like you need like almost I think for the main categories you need 30% contributed to the album in order to actually be awarded. You need 50% in the genre categories to be awarded. That was as of last year. I don't know if they've changed the rules this year again.
This is crazy because he submitted that record on Song of the Year, Record of the Year, Best Pop Duo Group Performance.
The PJ Morton song?
Yeah, the same record with Fireboy.
Wait, was this Fireboy submissions or PJ's submissions?
No, PJ's.
Okay, gotcha. All right, we have Tyler submissions. Tyler submitted for Album of the Year, Best Pop Vocal Album. That's where essentially she got moved to.
Kicked to, yeah.
So yeah, that was it for the album itself. Then Jump for Song of the Year, Best Global Performance. It wasn't nominated in African Music Performance. And I think
that was strategic.
And I think it's I think it's not necessarily strategic. I think it doesn't qualify.
I don't think it fits.
I don't think it doesn't qualify. I don't think it has enough African music
elements as they called it.
Because it's a dancehall record.
Yeah.
Oh, the Jump.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But some things are just so like it's dancehall, let it be considered African. But you know what I mean?
I think global music performance fits
global music performance would be more fitting, yeah. Or even the reggae dancehall category. But I think it would be crazy if she was there. But then again, she has our boy there now on the song. Yeah. So anyway, we'll see. Water Marshmallow remix was for best remix recorded. Okay, guys, relax your nerves.
Interesting.
Relax your nerves. It's not a slimy.
Rema supposed to with Calm Down. Because...
Yeah, exactly. After I was expecting a play that Rema should have run with Calm Down, but interesting, Sha. And number 1 was also best remix recording as well. The song with Tems. Weird. Okay. But she also had One Call. One Call was nominated. It's been considered for Best African Music Performance and Best Music Video. One Call.
Wait, is it one color away from me?
Yeah. That's it.
So that song that has Omale, it has Omale and It's a DJ Spinall song with Omale
DJ
and
Spinall,
Tyla.
yeah.
Interesting. So that's her only shot at African music performance?
Come on, make she come out, yo.
She's no, but I
She want the
understand it
winos
though because
she want the winos.
Why would you do that? That's like
It's African.
underselling.
It has African elements now.
It does, but she's underselling.
I need she no rate
She's underselling her, yeah. She's underselling her, yeah.
record would she have?
no, do you know what it is?
Virtually
Because
any
she's
song on the
It's,
album.
it's because she's gone on award shows and
Bro,
has
Wata
basically
won
then
this
put me in that
category.
category.
Wata won this
Sorry,
category the
Wata
year
already
before,
won
and
this
she made like
category,
6-7 of those in the album.
Should have submitted like maybe art or something.
She has
No,
many
but
options.
Should have submitted
Emmanuel.
maybe art or something.
Art would have made a good
No,
sense.
but the thing is that she has like constantly advocated for
Not being
putting in those categories basically.
It's African.
So I think
it's not Afrobeats.
But then
No, it's not Afrobeats. She's fine with the
Yeah.
African music. What's it called?
Yeah.
She
But
does
at the
not
same
want to be
time,
called Afrobeat.
at the same time, if she's going for album of the year and you're going for like big categories, probably is more of how she wants to be perceived moving forward. So I understand.
If
understand.
that's the angle they're coming from, it's terrible.
I think it's the angle. I think as time is going on, I guess it is better for her to move away from, because as much as we are like it's African, it's still.
I
don't think her label is that stupid.
I'm not buying. I'm to be honest. I understand what you're trying to say, but I don't think they would make.
Yeah, I don't think they would do that.
That kind of decision.
Bro, Chris Brown is in the same label and he's dropping for an African performance.
Like,
exactly.
Come on.
Sorry, there's no way Tyla is ignoring that because she wants to be perceived as a global artist.
It's insane because she has shots. She has
that one consider them a perception. But possible 2-time Grammy Award winner versus one and I was trying to do global artists. Waiting consider them.
But Tyla and Chris Brown have different foundations. You can't compare the two. If someone is coming in, they've been boxed as an Afrobeat or only an African artist. They're not going to have.
No one's boxing Tyla.
Yeah, like it's very obvious they're not boxing her.
No one's clearly boxing her.
They literally kicked her off of R&B and said, "Go and join the pop girlies." Nobody's boxing.
She's breaking a lot of norms. Trust me.
Yes, but then that's what I'm saying. This move to not submit yourself under that African or whatever category is a strategic move for her own brand.
It's underselling.
In my opinion,
it's underselling. I think.
I don't know.
I think it's underselling.
I don't know.
I mean, we never know, right? But I don't think they are.
I don't see that being the case. But again, like you said, we can never know.
Bro,
I'm like
so
that. I what's it called? Like I actually think that people see her more like they see her more global than anything else.
Yeah. And they know her as the African. They know her as the African.
When Rihanna came out, did she submit under dancehall?
We don't know what the landscape looked back then.
I know she did, like I know Pon de Replay was her one of her first major
breakthrough, yeah.
But she also did songs like Umbrella and other stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that was later on in her career when she's already established as an artist. I'm talking about earlier on in her career.
That was still
if you're positioning yourself.
Unless you want to start googling now, I don't think anyone knows how to top of my head.
Yeah, yeah, that was still early in her career. Still, Google.
The Google is crazy. But
anyway.
No, what's it called? Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I'm just like, I think it would be like if that's the idea, like you would. I think the very fact that they kicked her off of R&B and said go and chill with the pop babes is enough to let her know that they are not really trying to box you in whatever box you think they are putting you.
Yeah,
they see you as pop.
But
I'm not saying that they are boxing her. I'm saying that she doesn't want to associate herself in that. In that, like, I'm not saying that they are doing it. I'm just saying that for her own branding, it needs consistency, and there may be some sacrifices that you have to make.
If that's the reason, I absolutely detest that.
I can almost bet that that's not.
You'll be surprised.
Yeah, I can bet it's not the reason too because of how awful it is. Because they've essentially created a category that essentially is made for artists like you, and you've made good enough impressions.
Yeah, but it still doesn't have as much leverage as, like, let's say.
I understand the leverage of the category. I understand the leverage because it's a new category. It's not on it's not on the premiere ceremony yet. I get that.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, she fits the you
Then
know what I
why
mean?
didn't? Then my question to you is, why didn't she submit them?
I don't even think. I mean, we can go back to say exactly
I mean, I'm trying
how
to see like
submissions work
from her
because
from her project, right? Is there like what could she have submitted? Maybe the Tems record, or is it like
bro, art I think is the best shot. There's other songs there like the Butterfly record. The songs that had that classic P2J drum patterns, Sammy Soso drum patterns on it.
yeah?
That you can. These are African. Those are African drums. Those are African rhythms and vibes. But obviously she's singing, and this is exactly the prototype of Water, and Water won that category. So
Yeah, to be
by
honest,
definition, everything else on that album meets the category.
The
yeah, to be
only
honest,
other reason why she wouldn't have, sorry, the only other reason why she wouldn't have submitted is because those songs she doesn't feel was like as far fetched as, let's say, Water, or obviously they weren't, but like I don't think they were as successful as she had imagined. So it may
this is
be
actually
something
very
that
baffling
had not.
because regardless, she should have a no, she should have a, like submission there. I don't any song you can nominate any song on that project. Maybe
Any
aside
song,
drum.
you can close your eye and just select it, man.
It's just to select. It's all a nomination process. For it to be one call is very very. I don't know.
Yeah, one call is again the category
Then it,
the what's it called, the collaborations. I think people will bank on collaborations because it gets as many people in the pot, and I think it's political too, and it makes sense that she's somewhat submitting the songs that she has other names on the credits as opposed to just her.
is it true that Davido submitted Kante?
I don't even know where Davido's submissions are.
Yes.
He did?
Okay. Yeah.
Where are his submissions? I've been looking for them.
Wait, what did he submit Kante under?
That would be interesting.
That would be
But
so
obviously, to be
interesting.
African music performance, what else?
Yeah, but
Yeah, but wasn't it last
or
cycle
global
or
music,
whatever?
maybe.
Because it came under the album.
Yeah.
I don't think that album makes the cut though. Like makes the
Yeah, I think.
years.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
actually
don't know
meet
that.
the eligibility period.
No,
That's not how I think about it.
that's fake news.
Yep. Anyway, who can submit entries? Okay. All right. I think we're about Grammy'd up. We can move to new music. Exciting drops this week for those of you that care, because it looks like doesn't not everything that people go out to listen to. But yeah, man, we have Tubaba, we have Jules, we have Leah and Olamide. Fantastic drops this week for me. Everyone tap into Tubaba record. Kuku Google
Me, I was tapped in.
Yeah,
That's my guess.
100%. 100%. I think one thing they reminded me of is how much he has influenced like other artists. Because I could 100% see a world where Benson or Burna are crafting songs in that same vein. It's kind of social commentary in a way, but very rapper leaning type of like double entendres. One of my favorite lines is the scheme of comedians. It was mentioning Alibaba. What was the line again? It tried mentioning I go die.
Yeah,
He
he
said,
said, yeah.
I'm back.
So basically
yeah,
saying
and
that,
then
that one is funnier than the other one. Then he
yeah,
said,
and then he ended up with
Alibaba. Then he ended with Alibaba get basket mouth pass.
yeah. They could say Alibaba get basketball pass. I thought that was like only rappers think of lines like that. And some other fun lines too. The Messi Ronaldo one. That was funny too. But
I think the third verse was the hardest. The
yeah,
Messi Ronaldo one. I think it
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
very.
The third verse was the hardest.
The
Yeah.
third verse was the hardest. Yeah, and like just he spoke like, and I think it's something that I picked up from the record. This is my angle for the record. Just how to be a legend, and it's just like in rap, right? How you get like the older rappers giving grown rap, like
right.
Hove giving like Hove or like Jay-Z on like on God did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just talking about real shit that pertain to him and how he can influence the younger generation, right?
Right.
And I think that's kind of the back to big on the whole record, but especially that third verse, he really spoke like just truly, and how you can do that and still create such amazing flow schemes and
Bro.
still be satirical at the same time.
Yep.
I think this just goes to like even though the word is annoying, you know when they say pen game, like I think he took everybody on his songwriting masterclass on
Legit.
this record. Like he just showed why like he's by far in terms of writing one of the main prototypes for especially how to really craft verses as Afrobeat artist.
Mm-hmm.
He is the prototype. I think one day allows you to create melodies.
Great
I
melodies.
think I think Wiz gives you pockets and like breaks. I think Two Face just gives you like writing, like words, like schemes, like actual writing, like he the words to use, how satirical he gets with it, but yet still passing on like an important message. I
Yeah.
think he is one of the templates as well of this sound, and he's how many years in.
Yeah,
So
man.
yeah, and he's
It's actually interesting that that's actually a three-verse record, and these days we barely get
Get me.
three verses on Afro record.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the whole social comment. I think it reminds me of when he wanted to drop Grass to Grace. I think, for instance, was like the lead single.
Yeah.
This record reminds me so much due to the social commentary and stuff like that. And to
Mm-hmm.
be honest, why I like the record to a certain extent, I have some reservations because I think Tubaba is an album artist basically, and with what we are looking into, is like he's going to drop an album
Yeah.
because this is single of
Mm-hmm.
the
Of a project. Yeah.
so yeah, so it's actually interesting. It's not your regular like Afrobeat single, but I think it will make more sense when the album drops.
I
Mm-hmm.
think and but that's it, and that's the conversation that we try to have. Right, there's no reason why Two Face or how many years into this game should be playing the Afrobeats game or playing a type of a single or
Yes,
playing a
absolutely. Even
like
even
he's
when even back then, it wasn't actually that's not his like his first single to his first album was Ufune Baga. The second album, I think the first single was For Instance. So he's actually like
yeah, he's always been a
doesn't
social
play on
guy.
that level
Yeah.
basically. Sef.
Yeah.
And I think one thing I love about Two Face is that he doesn't just. I feel like when people want to be conscious, especially as Nigerians, we tend to go to like politics. We
Yeah.
tend to talk about politics and how the government is fucking up. This record is literally about people wasting time
People wasting
arguing
time.
irrelevant things.
Yep.
Like the concept of this record is so stellar. He literally starts off the record saying
The
the most
Beyonce.
expensive thing that we waste is
It's
time.
time. Yeah.
And then he ties it into how do people waste time? He explains to you that people are actually arguing Davido is Bernard this. Second way he's talking, and then he goes to talk about how comedians are better than you get it, and then he goes about talking about how like it's like I said, he didn't have to talk about whether the country is in shit. It's like, okay, you know what? Forget the country sometimes. This is just talk about as just Nigerians, what are we wasting our time doing? Like,
Yep.
so it's just expansive, and
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like this is, and it's the same thing that I felt here. I liked hearing the Tiwa record as well. Just but let our legend, like let them do what they want to do. They have an audience. People will listen.
To be honest, we needed one of these moments out of the legends, because the rest of the legends, I don't even know what they were
And
reading.
the other legends are
Man,
just
my God, I don't know what was in the water. I was like, please, can we have it now? Wow.
Our legends got
So he
around.
needed to at least remind us, they were at the top for a reason, even though the
it just
rest of them are
Yeah.
smoking
it also just
what
speaks
is
to
bigger than them.
it also I feel like things like this also just speak to true talent, like
Yeah.
true actual
Yeah.
talent. Him walking into that studio that day with this concept in mind
Yeah.
and delivering like that is insane. Like that's and it's insane not because we hear American rappers do this. We hear
Mm-hmm.
but we not heard that from our own OGs. At least the ones that I'm conscious of. Like
No.
since at least I was born.
And
I've not heard this
to
from
be
anybody.
honest, even though we're talking about him being a legend and just having that casual like essence to their releases, on this particular song he felt very like, I don't want to say hungry, but he felt very like intentional about making this a great song. He felt like as it was weaving through these lines, it felt like he took his time basically. He felt like he didn't half-ass this in some sense, to like just to show that, hey, I'm still releasing music. I feel like there's a lot of intentionality behind the writing, the messaging as well, how consistent it was from verse to verse, and his delivery. Like he was being very, very playful with his voice. Like the delivery for me, like that was one thing that said, okay, like yeah, he's been very he's been very intentional here, and I absolutely love to see him here.
But you know what's
I
crazy,
mean,
right?
he said it one time that he's an upcoming artist now. So
You know what's so crazy about this is that
yeah.
Two-Face could have done this very quickly. Like I feel like it doesn't take like because even that voice he has where he starts to like he has this
It's
voice.
slur. Yeah,
He
he can
does it
slur
on stage
sometimes.
every time. I've heard him perform these songs. Like it's part of his essence. Like everything you heard here is Two-Face, just with a Dr. Seth who like knows how to tie it
shout
in,
out to Dr. Seth.
which is important. I feel like the producers also matter so much.
Let's give props to Dr. Seth on this beat. I was hearing like textures of kicks that I've not heard before. Like I don't know, I've not seen any producer like texturize their kicks like that. You know what I mean? How it felt, like how it landed in the first spin. I was like, this is something Dr. Seth would. Yeah, I really want to give credit to Dr. Seth because it really felt refreshing, and for a refreshing take on kind of like a classic Afrobeats Fela-esque kind of arrangement. I thought it was genius. Borderline genius for that beat.
I'm just praying that this is just not a one-off. I hope.
Yeah, hopefully
carries
man.
on. I hope the album really carries off this essence. I hope. I don't know how. I really hope to maybe Dr. Sod is involved in more records.
Yeah.
Because I think we are about to witness like one of those classic OG projects. If this is the first song, like if this is the energy, like if it's the essence it carries, like I think we're looking at a great project.
So we can really reference his last project. What do you guys think about his last effort? His 2020 album. It was not.
It was not great. It was not. It was
one of my
him
major
trying to play that.
One of my major problems with
Yeah.
that last album was like I think the producers. Yeah, I think it didn't.
It felt like he was trying.
Yeah.
It felt too much. It felt like he was trying. He had Burner Wiz Tiwa, Peruzzi. He had like it was one of those albums like
productions were from like J Sleek,
yeah,
different, like they were outdated. I can't even lie. Like most of the instrumentals were just bleh.
Oh yeah,
But-
J Sleek was on the Burner record.
Yeah.
I remember
Look,
that.
I think I don't have any theory, but I think this was a basketball record, which is my fear.
With Dr. Sets, right?
Yes, because I saw basketball has been raving about how he was always wanted that record to come out.
Yeah,
But
nice.
I if it's not, I just hope that there's more of this. And yeah, man.
No, shout out to Dr. Sets, man. We need more albums that he's executively producing.
Well, to be honest, he has been on a roll lately. I think with
Dr. Set? Oh.
No, I'm talking about Tubaba.
Tubaba.
Like the Benson feature. He had a great verse on this guy's Victor Eddie's album this year too. So he's been like, there was this Baskets record too. I think last year or something that with Black Bones. I can't exactly remember, but I think he's been on like a great run on features lately.
Nice.
So
all right, man. Cool stuff. There are other drops as well. We have Leah and Olamide. Bro, anyway, that's the song I've been going back to.
Bro, that's it. I've played so
that's my
record.
That's my replay record, man.
God damn it.
The replay button, I've abused it.
She played it for us during sound check last week. I heard it live. It was crazy.
Wait, Leah was around?
Yeah, Leah is on tour with Roga, yes. She's opening. She's
opening this. Oh, fire.
Yeah. So she played and it was like, I'm like, this is great. But you know, sometimes there's a way songs sound during soundtrack live, like it does sound like, you know what I was saying, I'm like, I hope the original record doesn't sound crazy like that. And since then, I saw her again, and then when I saw her at the Montreal show, I'd tell her like this is a great record. Like this is like all of us have been playing. Every time we're in the car, we were all playing the song. Bro. Like we're all gassed for her. Like the record is so sick.
One thing I had a question mark with this particular song. Eskis produced it. Olamide is on the hook, right? Was this? It feels like an Olamide original that was given to her, yep. or even bigger than that. Is there a potential of Olamide picking her up? No, picking her up. Label.
Oh, I mean that can happen now. Like it possibly, but I mean right now on the record though, it doesn't say anything about YBNL though.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's not. But like, is this Bado's way of like, I don't know, soft launching?
From what I've seen, Bado helps everybody that he likes.
Yeah.
Like if he likes you, he's going to give you a verse. I think that's the energy he's on right now.
This is more than a verse though. I feel like this is a lot. I understand what you mean. He's a very generous like OG. Like trust me, he is. But this is
constructing records for Tiwa though.
Yeah, but obviously that's Tiwa. But I'm saying this is a young, fresh artist that once had a shot at like like being on a big platform, but obviously she feels like if there was a different kind of push behind her right now, there's a good potential that she's an actor to invest in, and I think she kind of looks. She gives me like that there's something there to invest in, that Olamide from an executive eyeball could be like paying attention to her.
One thing about Bado is that Bado will give you a song, and if the song does well, he'll sign you. I think if this song goes
That's the thing. That's exactly what I'm
barriers.
That's exactly what I'm saying. This is like his test /
he
like
does
soft launch. Yeah,
he does it for everybody, and then once he sees something moving and there's like a conversation that he sees an opportunity, right?
Yeah,
and he runs with it.
Because that's what happened with Omokwe, bro. He gave Asake that feature, and then I don't know, it just spiraled into them being like a unit, and then he picked him up, and
I think one thing about Bado is Bado believes in his confidence, like Bado believes in himself to create great music for the person, like with the person.
Yeah.
I think if Bado should lock in with a female artist, we are expected to hear greatness. And I very much think this was either a Bado record or Bado wrote that shit.
Yeah, bro, you can even see in her verses. I don't think she's given us a verse like that before.
No, she has. She's funny enough, she does. Like if you listen to the Powerful record, if you listen
to
the Adua record.
No, I agree. The power record, she has had moments like that. Yes.
She has had pockets. Yeah, but I think for the length at which like this one was first verse, second verse, like she kept writing. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
Bado might have had one or two inputs today, and the fact that Bado's on the hook, it means that Bado.
Bro, Bado on the hook is crazy. That's how I was like, my jaw dropped when I heard like Bado was on the hook. I was like, okay, this is something. This is something bigger than. Immediately, I was like, soft launch or testing the waters. That's exactly what I was thinking. But we'll see. We'll see if there's a moment there, because she's still technically, like, kind of on her own. Doesn't look like there's a big.
Funny enough, I heard that part of the reason why the OBO thing fell out is because then there's too many hands in the pot.
Yeah.
I heard so I mean I hope all that is maybe clear now for like somebody to really just grab
and Davido's label back then wasn't necessarily a label. That too.
Wait, was it like to DMW?
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't this one. It wasn't.
It was the first version of DMW, not the 2.0 that had Logos and Moravi.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't just her that got quote unquote dropped. It was virtually everybody else, because Davido was doing rebrand for it. They might have changed the logo, changed everything. Since Timeless DMW is different.
Anyways, I know a lot of y'all might not listen to Leah just because why should we check out this record?
This record is it's a banger. It's a banger. Yeah, and I think it's kind of doing well so far with Apple Music and whatnot. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see if she makes a good moment with this record. But anyway, that was Leah and Olamide with Vibes on Vibes. Another exciting drop for me this week was Sounds. Anyone listen to Sounds EP? Anyone care for Sounds?
Yeah, I skimmed through it. I feel like Sounds makes like easy music, right?
Yep.
And just because of my taste, I feel like I like more complex shit sometimes.
Yeah.
So it takes me some time to.
You need a balance though.
Yeah, he's like Gabsy, but like.
Yeah, exactly. He's like street Gabsy.
Simple music. So for me, sometimes
your street Gabsy is his best description.
Yeah, no, he's like Nigeria Gabsy. Even though Gabsy is Nigerian, but you get like. Yeah. So I think it just needs. Sometimes I always have to like pick up the records from outside or friends telling me, or when you see girls use the songs. Then I really go back and I really take it. I'm like, okay, I see what works here sometimes. But sometimes it might be too simple for me. Because I know he has the talent, right? But because earlier this year I liked the Emma Oniga record. But then again, those kind of records necessarily don't work, I guess, generally to the public. People like more of this simpler stuff. So obviously that's just my own bias. But I did listen, and the guy is good. He's a solid artist. Man. He doesn't, nothing about that guy does not give talent. Like,
I'm placing my bet on I'm placing my bet on the song with Olive the Boy, an artist from Ghana. The song they're called Mad. There's a particular flow on the hook that reminds you of Troublemaker by Rema. But regardless, they're back and forth. There's synergy on the record. The melody is just, it's a good song. It's a good record. Hopefully they put all their foot into it, because I think it's the best record on that project. And yeah, hopefully create something for him, because yeah, Sounds is a sabi guy, man. Very talented artist. Enjoy a lot of his records. Anyway,
Yeah, no, he's cool.
there was also another EP from Tariq. Tariq, I think this is his third EP now.
Yeah, people need to drop albums, man. Like,
yeah.
people, like, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah,
There's no reason why
yeah,
you're doing
yeah.
3 EPs in your career, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I get it. Like, bro, like, I understand the music business. But
Yeah, he
sometimes,
hasn't broke out yet, basically.
But that doesn't matter, man. Like
And that's the thing. I think that's how they see it. That's how they see it.
But that's an issue we're having in the. I feel like that's an issue we're having in the space. Like,
yeah,
everybody wants to break out, like, be a superstar breaker. Like, bro, sometimes just grow.
Just soft launch it.
Like, just grow. Like, just grow. Like, be like Benson. Like, Benson just grow. I know Benson had the privilege of having cosigns.
Yeah.
But, like, just grow. Like, I think we feel rushed to have that instant impact. Sometimes then we're trying to take it easy. We want, like, I don't get why you have 3 EPs and you don't have an album.
Right.
That's just my own.
But then again, it's not just Tariq. It's virtually everybody playing it safe. It's an industry thing of, like, we're not going to put all our. I think it's a risk thing, because they see albums as high risk, and which they are, right?
How is it? But
they
how
see
is
it as it
risk,
is,
though?
because
it's still music.
I agree with you. I agree with you. It's just more songs.
They're still going to only push 2 songs.
I agree with you, because they see it as you're giving a lot away that you could have channeled individually. I think is the lost opportunity of, let me channel this one song, let me punch at the markets, because essentially you stand a better chance statistically by just pushing one song as opposed to pushing an entire album. So they feel like yeah, it's safer to just, like, throw singles, EPs in small doses, see what the market picks up, and then build an album behind that momentum. It's a classic like template that people can run with. But shout out to people that obviously take risks and let me throw everything on an album, and if it sticks, it sticks.
Because I see Tyla as somebody who, like, as much as they shoot their shot for, like, pop success,
yeah,
he is building an audience. Because I'm one of those people.
Yeah,
like, I just love the guy. Like, I love the talent.
Bro,
so, like,
everything is
for me.
BMH.
I don't care. Like, I don't see him as. I don't care that he's not, or he's not. He doesn't have a blown hit single, because I know it will come one day. Do you understand? Like, it's more about the artist for me, and I'm trying to key into the brand. I'm fatigued by the 3 EPs. Like, I don't think this EP did much. He tried to type sound himself a bit. God, and that's very tough for me because I love this guy. I don't know that I've held on to much. I love the remix I love the new Young Drum Verse edition. Banger.
It didn't change anything for me, to be honest. Same impression on the song, but I think, of course, having a Young John on it stands still.
Nah, that Young Drum Verse definitely is easy.
It's cool.
It gives it a different punch, because Tariq sometimes can be that annoying.
Oh yeah, they're different. They, of course, they are different.
He has a way of keeping it the same.
Yeah. He's an emo, like, nasal, like, head
Young
voice
John gave it a
singer.
different feel, and I appreciated that.
Yeah, for sure.
The other records, like, they're not bad, but, like, I don't know. It was type sounded, like, it's like he's trying to do, like.
Don't say CK.
Don't say. No, it's like. No, it was CK. I was going to say somebody else. Like, I don't know. It's like trying to type of sound, like Rema did on his.
I won't go as far. To be fair to him, his 3 EPs have had this, like, template and direction, basically. He's very, like, emotive, like, holds, like, kind of simple productions, sometimes just strings and.
Oh no, but the type sound was in the beats though, not him. His delivery is the same. Like, I get it. But like the production, he tries to do that. Like, there's like this like dancing.
Oh yeah. Like on Step, the record Step, the song Step.
Step, the one with the Bola BMH guy.
Yeah, that's Step.
That's Step, right? Yeah, that's Sonic, like boss stop. Like there's a particular drum pattern, like he tries to, like, curate. I don't know. I feel like it's stuck. I don't know.
And the song with Jigga, like, too. I think.
And Jigga as well. Yeah. Okay. Like, they have that. There's that bounce. Like, it keeps. And I had, like, a lot of it.
But, like, in terms of production, I would say, like, he still has a spectrum, though. I think he has a spectrum. He still has his guitar string moments, like the Zuko song. The Zuko record is more mellow in nature. It's slower tempo. It feels a lot more R&B esque than
A better song. I like that song.
Yeah. So I still think he has that like dynamic of choosing like slower tempo, slower records. I kind of see it the same way like there's a Rema or a Victonian sense where they can do a lot more between like the pop and the R&B like angles of their Afrobeats and Afropop. So I think it still has that range, but I think the pop efforts are obvious to you. Like they jump at you immediately. Like okay, this is that. And I think that's when we're speaking to the typecasting of production.
Like those production, those like pop dancing beats. I'm gonna go back. Maybe I don't know.
I still think they tried other things like the last track too. The last track too. They tried something interesting with the last track. I don't think I'm a big fan of it, but they definitely tried taking him out of his comfort zone a bit in the last track. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm still rooting for the guy, personally. He's still one of my favorite new guys generally, I'm definitely going to find something I like there just because I'm a fan.
Most def. I don't expect everyone to tap into Stonebwoy, but Stonebwoy dropped an album, Up and Running.
I was listening to it before I came in.
Yeah,
because I just found out. I forgot, but I saw it on someone's story. I'm like, shit.
Yeah,
the first song was hard, like the first song.
Bro, Stonebwoy.
Sound 23 was cold.
Bro, the record with there's this producer. He's from Netherlands. I don't know what his background is other than like being from Netherlands, but he produced the most high life record I've ever heard in my life. And
is it the JJ record? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy like a European produced that. Like it feels like a 255 type moment, but you also hear these beats, like it doesn't come, you think it's mastercraft. You would think like it's that level of like
I heard the record.
Hands-on production. The production is insane.
The song is even doing crazy numbers. I
didn't even know. It's a fire record. It's a fire record. I think he has a video for itself. But there's a song with Duncan Mighty too. I enjoyed that song as well.
Yeah, another highlight moment. That was great.
Yeah, man.
That song after that record too was hard.
Yeah, Your Body.
Your Body. That's where I stopped.
Yeah.
But the intro Psalm 23, that Your Body song.
No, Stonebwoy. Yeah, fire. I think. And if anyone hasn't tapped in, just for a good enjoyment and good moments with a legend, to be honest, go tap in.
I would say this was one of the best New Music Fridays you had in.
Bro, this was we've not even tapped into Jules' album yet. Because I'm about to get into bro, Central Pay. Damn, but yeah, there was a lot of fun moments with Peace and Love with Jules' album. I enjoy Jules. I've already said it before. I have my own Jules bias, bro. His sonic identity, that universe that he has created over the last couple of years. I'm there. I'm always I like to be situated there, and this is one album that I've been playing just in the background, and it's great just to have in an ambient setting because it kind of blends and is well curated from a hip hop or a dancehall or R&B or high life perspective. He merges all those sounds and genres under his very, very unique like palm wine music and high life foundation, and it's brilliant time and time again. And I enjoyed this one. The Ordeal record was already doing the madness before I got into it. The J.O. song too, and that's crazy record. I enjoyed Tems. Tems was moving very, very very, very confident. And even though yes, you're hearing things that you've kind of heard throughout like the last couple months from Tems, with the Malvito feature, with his EP as well, it made sense that he was going to almost recreate that energy and that synergy on the Juice beats, and it made sense. So I enjoyed that song, Lava. There's a Tay record that was cool. I wasn't crazy about the Tay record, but it was still a cool moment. But Victoni stood out for me, man. Victoni definitely stood out. Another sleeper on that album was Conscience. The dancehall goat already. His verse on that
record is cold.
His verse on that was sick. Pretty Girls in Amsterdam. That's one I was going back to very often. Overall, man, the Jules album, and yeah, I see Jules very, very, very high up, man. So I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I enjoyed.
But I'm definitely going to listen again and again. I just kept playing Central Bay, like
Central
you know when
Bay.
you just keep playing the same, like I just kept playing that record. Such a crazy record.
Central Bay. Anyway, Goosebumps, King Maddie. Anyone
Great
tap
record.
in?
Great record.
Bro, this is her most. I think my
This
theory is
was
that.
grown I've heard of.
Yeah, well, not grown
Not grown, not
per
even much.
se. It's like the most Nigerian. How most Nigerian song I feel it feels like. It feels like a nice. I don't know if I want to say ode to this artist. Like, this artist is very new, but this song further confirmed that he has had a very, very huge influence on the young emerging artists, and that's Victoni. Victoni has a staggering like sonic influence on so many people that it actually, like, if you're paying attention, at least a lot of the new guys that are coming up, a lot of the new acts, they're in my inbox. I've been hearing what this new fresh kids are putting out, and it always points to a few people, of course, but a lot of arrows go back to Victoni, because I think he has taken on that, like, let's say, that techno role of like being very rudimentary in the Afrobeats, like, essence when it comes to production choice and his style of delivery too, how sultry it feels, how smooth it feels, and how rooted it is in the Nigerian lamba and pidgin storytelling and using metaphors and everything. Yeah, I think Victoni has sparked that fire with so many acts, but I noticed it very evidently on King Maddie's latest drop, Goosebumps, and I think it's a fire record. But as I kept pointing back to, Victoni, I hear it. Even from the ad-libbing, from the intro, I was like, whoa, what happened? Well, who am I listening to? And I was like, yeah, it was still great to see King Maddie in a much more, like, you know what I mean, when she leaned forward, very like intentional with the punches on every line. I enjoyed it for a King Maddie setting. It's not necessarily where I would see her usually. She's a lot more like R&B leaning and a lot more like in the delivery. Her delivery is very, very R&B. But this one, it felt more Afrobeats, like hunger, than that I hadn't seen from her in a bit. So it was interesting to see. I enjoyed it regardless, though.
Yeah, and this will probably go down as one of my. I'm just gonna say this first record that I'm most really liking from her immediately.
That's
like
mad.
Normally, because I like more Afrocentric people, right? And she has always sounded foreign to me. So I've never I appreciate it for what it was, but I don't want to. I just never held on to it as anything that would move me.
Right.
Just because I just like more Afrocentric stuff, especially if you are Nigerian. But then she was young, so I knew that she was going to grow into it one day.
Mm-hmm.
But she's clearly
she's growing. Yeah, for
clearly
sure.
growing into
She is growing into it.
She's probably using more lamba in her life now. Probably more chilling around guys, more hanging around, hearing what they say, using those words, and it's always sounding music. And the thing about King Maddie is that she's gonna keep getting it right. And the sky is the limit for that girl. Like, like everywhere is covered for her. It's just a matter of time, honestly.
Right.
Like, she's gonna keep getting it right. Everybody it seems like everybody is determined to make her work, and both production, both the business, both just the fans, and as long as she can keep getting the music right, which I think the production is clearly tying into place. Ayra is about to have somebody that's gonna give her a run for her money. Easily.
Yeah, for sure. And this song was produced by Tuzi, that's Techno's producer. You can already see where the direction was going with that. So I was like, I loved it. What else? Victoni. Speaking of Victoni, Sarkodie record, Jayla. Thought it was a nice hook as well.
I can't remember. I listened, but I can't remember.
Yeah, Sak. It's a classic singer rapper dynamic from Sarkodie's catalog. But
giving Sarkodie and Oxlade vibes.
Yeah. Exactly. Pretty much any Sarkodie and any singer. He had a run like that with Afia for its early points in his career. Oxlade became a common suspect with his features as well. And then I think this one with Victoni stands out. I enjoyed it. He had a lot more story weighing on the song from Sarkodie's verses. The synopsis is basically he had a fiance that he broke up with. I don't even know too much of his personal life, but essentially it feels real, man. But he had a fiance where he had a break. They had a fight. They took a break, and then he went to for comfort. He went to see his childhood friend, and one thing led to another. He got with his childhood friend, and then they're an item. That's the entire point of the song. And it's like, yeah, Sarkodie he's been a lot more open and vulnerable to his side, which obviously you hear time and time again with all these love like centered songs. They usually don't have any strong, like, compelling story to them. But I think it'll be interesting to see how far this one goes. They have a video for it too. It looks like he's really banking on this one for a rollout to an album. We'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. Speaking of new music, anyone tap into Joshua Baraka, Lonely, by chance? Yeah, I'm not guessing. Yeah, probably.
No, I didn't.
Probably
I
it was a P Prime produced record, and I might go as far as saying, guys, don't say it outside, but that was P Prime's worst production moment. I think I would say it was. Huh?
What song?
The song is called Lonely by Joshua Baraka. I love Joshua Baraka, very R&B rooted, like act from Uganda. I enjoyed many of his moments. So he has a dope voice. But I don't know if it's the mixing that is doing a lot of damage. The mixing is bad, to be honest. The mixing is not helping production, because I think one thing that stands out to you is how muddy the bass is. And it's just a lifeless, like, just nothing but like muddy bass for most of it, and yeah, it doesn't really hold up to a P Prime standard, as I would put it. And as I was listening to the song, and speaking on how the production wasn't necessarily helping, and I go into the credits and I check, and I was just shocked to see the name behind it. My theory is this was very early on in his career. I think it's a very, very outdated beat from him, and obviously it's not where he is currently today. That's where I would believe is behind this. There's no tag on it, like the usual P Prime tag that we get to see. So it was interesting. I don't even think he's getting fully behind it, but regardless, I think Joshua Baraka, a decent moment, but that production, yeah, I couldn't see a P Prime putting this out today. Anyway, that was that. King Perry, Tupac, Confirm Parole, and
fire.
Insane Tupac, man. Insane Tupac.
Insane.
He went PH. He wanted to make a PH statement, and I enjoyed it. Confirm Parole, he had Ajabo Hostas, he had Dandizi. Crazy. Everybody showed up. In PH Essence. Obviously, this collaborations make you ask what exactly is in their water, as we've been asking for so long.
Bro, Port Harcourt doesn't make sense, man. I don't know what bro.
And then real thing. And they even shouted some of their OGs at the end of the song too. When MIT, Burner, Omale. I don't know if he mentioned anything about Timaya, but I probably missed it. But they were at the end where King Perry was shouting them out. It felt like a nice, wholesome PH moment. Dandizi's flow was crazy. That's Dandizi, man. I don't understand. Like, he's clearly, anyway. There's the difference, Sha. It feels like he can make a lot of viral moments with some of his like rapping, but it's interesting to see where he is. The talent level is evident from them. Then to Piego and Knowledge as well, doing their madness. Yeah, man. Fantastic record, Confirm Parole. And then there was K-Style and Psycho YP with the drill moment. And my goodness, K-Style, bro.
Yeah. K-Style, like what I dare say, although that caption was crazy. But yeah, K-Style just seems to like push the needle. Like he's one of those guys that almost like a Rema in another way. Like just somebody who tries his best to push the needle. And I feel like nowadays it's very hard to. I don't know, it seems like people are not that inspired. But he seems to always catch an inspiration to push the needle, and whether it be drill, whether it be high life, whether it be just pop, like he has dancehall bounces, like he has R&B pure cuts, like He's playing in all ramifications of Afrobeats, and
Yeah.
he's doing it well. And yeah,
it's crazy. He
once again,
actually dropped a new song I haven't tapped into, but
Gr-
the algorithm went into it accidentally, and I was like, wait, what's the song? And I checked, and it was K-Style's new song, Forever. Unfortunately, I didn't tap into it on New Music Friday, but that first half, like that first couple seconds of that song, was insane.
yeah,
Has
no,
anyone heard it? Have you heard it?
Yeah, I've heard it. Yeah, it's a pop love record, and bruh, it is great. It's great music, like,
bruh.
And I think he's gearing up for something because the last two songs have been the same branding, like the same artwork, like,
right?
Seems like there's
with the happy people.
Yeah, there's continuation with the way they're
and
drawing it. So I want to believe this is somebody who is trying to tie into like an album.
Mad.
Yeah, man. And yeah, I don't think that guy will be shy from doing an album. He looks like a guy that's confident in what he wants to do, and you just know when somebody's ready for the grind. And I feel like that guy made a decision that he's going to grind this shit out.
For sure.
And he's grinding the fuck out of this music piano.
Bro, I really enjoyed this pre-chorus on this one. What'd you say?
He was talking about an album when he came on the space now.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Is it this year or?
But I don't know if he was. I didn't think he put a date on it. I don't think he put a date on it. But he was like, he's working towards something of a large project. But we're here for it, man. We're here for K-Style. Definitely. Massive drops this week. I think that's about it. Are there any other exciting records for you guys this week? Or it could have been the week before? Anything that's standing out to you guys? I know people were trying to shout out the Serotonin guy. I still not.
I like Magic. I like Magic's drop shot, but I don't know.
Shit, I miss Magic's.
Well, you didn't listen to the Magic's record?
I miss Magic's, man.
Jesus. Yeah.
Was it good?
He finally stopped copying Luna.
Oh wow.
What'd you say?
He finally stopped copying Luna.
Okay, I'm not. Where does this narrative come from?
Song that sounds like
where does this narrative come from?
He said, "I'm finally."
Because I don't see Luna and Magic's in the same. Anyway, Sha.
I mean, it's just the one song now.
Even that song too, that okay song that they're trying. Is it because of the subject matter?
The song
it's because of the subject matter. Come on, guys. Let's dig deeper.
No, the song is similar. It's similar.
Let's dig deeper. Let's just dig deeper because if they cry, say life is hard.
I'm not saying Magix is copying him. I don't think he copied him, but the song is similar. You can see why people feel is that it's similar. It's actually similar. The song is similar, but I'm not on board on saying Magix copied the guy. I feel like people can just get that kind of inspiration. Like it is what it is. Similarities, yeah, but. That's the only song where they say he has finally stopped. Like he has done like 10 songs.
Anyway, Sha.
That should not kill me.
Magix is one of those people that I'm like, an album, he's ready for an album.
Yeah, I don't know why Maven didn't drop that album this year, man. I don't know.
Yeah. But again, how labels are moving, man. They need something behind. That's how Crayon got his album.
True, Sha. We created the album off Laba Laba.
Yeah, the Laba Laba run, and then I think Ngozi picked up after the album, but yeah.
Ngozi was picked up. I think Ngozi was a single though.
Was Ngozi a single?
I think he dropped like
Ngozi was originally a single, then he appeared on the album.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Ngozi dropped first actually.
So very close to the album. That's the thing. They want something. They want momentum, and it makes sense.
No, but to an extent, man, yeah.
It makes sense that they just want to, they just don't want to go in blindly with it. And
if
of course,
anything, though, they had small moments with OK now. With the OK record, like
no album moment though. I wouldn't put an album behind.
So until the artist gets Laba Laba, they will not drop album for the artist.
Bro, it's at that Maven level. At the Maven level, bro.
Maven, they're pushing so many artists, so you have to actually make them want to. You have to inspire them to want to do something for you. Basically,
has this guy dropped an album since?
Paul,
yeah.
I don't think Paul has dropped since the last one.
I guess maybe that's what he operates there.
That he hasn't.
So if I don't catch it, they don't drop album for
bro, even no, but Ayra.
This was cap. I mean, Rema gave them hits before he dropped his.
Hello, but yeah, Ladipo hasn't gotten an album, and it's been on the roster for a while.
Sorry, and Magic has 2 projects, EPs, right?
Yeah, 2 EPs.
I don't want to hear another EP from that guy, but
Yeah.
if it ain't an album, keep it.
But Ladipo dropped recently with Taves as well.
And they're pushing the record.
They're pushing the record. There's a video they're shooting for it. Or is the video out?
I think the video is out. The video is already out.
Yeah, he's definitely pushing on this one. I don't know. I don't know if that song has enough punch for a moment, to be honest, but we'll see, man.
It's not bad, but
it's not a bad record. Yeah, it's just
Tems is definitely the number one scholar of the Buju Academy.
You could argue he's the only one.
I mean, it's probably like the only one that even has Buju's influence, like a song like that.
Down, and it's crazy. It's being post that cover, and Buju acknowledging him and picking him up. I think it's crazy because it's been post that cover that he did of what song did he even cover again? Cause someone remind me.
I'm not sure.
The Taves song. Anyway, Taves covered a Benson record. Benson obviously took liking to it, took their relationship to the next level, and got signed. So yeah, and since then, Taves has been leaning towards that style of delivery, because before that he had very, very strong R&B background, and which he is still R&B now, but it's just a different flair with a lot more Buju and a lot more Buju cadence and style of writing too. But it's not a bad thing to emulate, to be honest. But just some people can't separate both of them now. A lot of people have this conversation with Taves. Like, it's feeling hard to separate. It's kind of having that like Wizkid Terry moment. In some ways,
but it's worse in a way.
You think it's worse than Wizkid Terry?
I feel like it's worse in a way because with Tems, you've heard that we all know that Tems can do something that's completely different.
Yeah.
Especially with the Polake record and the one with the Melvito. The vibe he had with that Melvito record is kind of the same he had on this Joe's album and everything.
Right.
So you know that when it comes down to it, he can actually like push himself creatively. Like he can do a range of styles. He can work with several producers and everything. But it's like the songs or the things that he does, whatever he puts out, the one where he sounds the most like Buju is the one they will not be pushing. Like, I don't know, I don't get it. Maybe because of the label and everything. But yeah, I feel like that's why it's irritating to me. But with Terry, it was like, I don't know, I didn't even hear like so much of Terry before concluding that this one has already gone. Like there's no turning back with Terry. But with Tems, it's very frustrating because he had work in his discography prior to like the Buju signing, so you know for a fact that he doesn't have a problem doing something different. That's why I feel like it's worse. It's miles worse.
To be honest, at the end of the day, if he is going with that direction, granted, I would take, if in terms of R&B in Nigerian landscape, I think if you are more of the Buju cloth, you stand a lot more chance. Because the rudimentary R&B, the traditional R&B, I feel like it still has its cap, and if you're not like a big name like Wiz, I don't know how much.
Even Wizkid is suffering with his more traditional R&B. Everybody's talking about how Wizkid is a lazy writer, and I'm like, how exactly is he lazy writing? It's just not regular Afrobeats. So I understand what you're saying.
But
I feel like if you don't do a fusion of R&B and Afrobeats, Nigerians are going to be a lot less likely to listen to you. Because we have like proper R&B artists, we have like Remy, O'Brien, Rick Hassan, and the rest. So even Chike and the rest, they have to like really interpolate like basic Afrobeat. Like when everybody's using log drums, you'll be hearing R&B Nigerian artists too. They have to use the log drums.
They have to use log drums at some point.
Yeah, they have to catch people's attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's when you have people like Teiwar and other people, like it's just they start asking, what's this one they sing? So I feel like that's why Buju would always prosper, because his style is more, I feel like it's more digestible for Nigerian music. And that's why it's always getting on, rappers' records, other people's records, all those sorts of things. It's just a lot more digestible.
Absolutely. All right. Appreciate that, Chief. Is this your first time, by the way?
Oh, no. Wait. It's the first time in a while, but it's not my first time.
Okay. Regardless, welcome. Appreciate you on there. Anyway, in terms of new music, is that about it?
Do you know I'm just finding out that Morave dropped the 2-pack.
Morave did drop. Yeah, it is moving though. I saw Don Jazzy dancing to it. Was it
Oh,
Don
they be
Jazzy that
dancing
was
to it
dancing?
now.
Who else was dancing to it?
It was Don
Everybody's
Yeah,
dancing.
Jazzy,
He was
I
Fela,
saw
dancing.
Don
Fab,
Jazzy dancing.
The
Delegate, all of
Adeleke
them.
sisters, everybody's
All the
doing it
Adeleke
now.
stars, Don Jazzy, it's moving on TikTok.
Oh,
The first one
mad,
is really moving.
mad. Ah, shout out to Moravi, man.
Still not a
Honestly,
fan.
it's
Still,
been a while coming for her. Like
Yeah.
it's been a while coming, so I can't even begrudge her of it. It sounds like Ogechi in my ear, but you know, that's
yeah,
just
that's why I
me.
said I'm still not a fan of the song, man.
Like I'm just
There's
God,
just
I
nothing
beg.
original.
I haven't
Man,
still
I
heard
don't
the
know about to
song.
leave. I beg now. My guy, they won't manage.
If
Hello.
you're on TikTok, you would have heard the song.
No,
It's
I've
everywhere.
definitely
It's
come across
Ogechi
it.
lights.
Yeah.
Ah, I swear to God, it's Ogechi
Those
lights.
Ogechi boys, they want to dull us and not drop an album,
Bro,
man.
they need to drop something,
Okay, now.
bro. Ogechi boys are big. They should not fall out
Okay, now.
hand.
Okay, now.
Ogechi boys is crazy.
They need to form boy band,
They
man.
Nigerians,
need to form a
Nigerians
boy
need
band and
someone
drop a
to mentor
project. I
them.
don't care.
Bro, Star Plus. Give Star Plus run. Give them.
Those guys are in prime position. They make good music to actually collect a project that does something.
Bro,
They don't.
and they are versatile individually. Like I feel like they can give us a well-rounded album. I feel like it
Yeah.
will be
Like
interesting
they will
to see.
still show dynamic moments, but they
Yeah.
also have their rudimentary moments.
Mm-hmm.
Have a little bit of dynamic moment. Have the R&B moments.
Bro, we've spoken
Bro,
about it, man. It'll be
they will
interesting
cook.
to see
They have the
if they
talent
do
for
it.
it. They have the and
They have the setup already with the
they have
Ogechi,
like I
so
don't know, but yeah.
we'll see. But anyway, shout out to Moravi, man, scoring big with the record. We need to see it on TTC. I feel like it has to in some ways translate. Hopefully it does. I'm sure TTC has some stats on it, but we'll see. Any other thing pressing in terms of recent drops, recent releases that may have fallen through the cracks?
I guess you guys are not listening to the streets that much. Bad Boy ML dropped also testimony.
Bad Boy has been dropping.
Amazing street record, like amazing street record. Straight up.
I like this drop.
Speed Darlington dropped though. You guys are not talking
I don't
about
stop
Speedy
proper.
drop.
Yes, my goat, Speedy
The
dropped.
Burna Boy
My
beat
goat.
rap.
EFCC they give bed.
And the record is
That's
on
my
us on
goat.
is on top 100
It's
on
on
Apple
top
Music.
100 on Apple, Abby. What's the
I feel like
song
Yeah.
that's his
called?
debut.
What's the song called?
Baby oil.
Baby
Baby
oil.
oil.
It's called baby oil.
I love it. I actually love how messy he is. Cause I I haven't heard the song, but just the move.
He's having a moment, please.
Yeah, just the move
Is
alone. To be honest, this is
it like
this is the most he has been in news circles, so might as well.
Conversations, yeah, music
Might as well
conversations recently.
just drop
Since
something.
Deng at least. This is the most. I feel like this is his Apple Music debut. I read that somewhere. I'm not very sure.
That's beautiful. I fucked up at the same time. Do you know how long Spidality has been making music?
But fortunately for
He's
him, I
an
feel like
OG.
Bro.
I feel like
I'm sure they've applied some utensils.
Yeah,
nah,
of
for real.
course.
But like, I feel like one thing Speed Darlington is like ironically or unironically like a beneficiary of is this whole TikTok movement. Cause now people are like, yeah, memeing the song like crazy on TikTok. The same thing
Yeah.
happened to this guy, this MBAG boy guy. What did you add to your stew? Something Olosho, that guy. Like, so it's running up his numbers for real, for real. I think this is the first time he's actually debuting on was it Apple Music or
Top
Spotify? I don't even
100,
know.
Yeah, Apple.
But yeah,
Apple.
he shall debut somewhere. And
Interesting.
he's really running with it.
And,
Because he
and,
has a
and,
whole
he's been, and he's been
dedicated fan
performing
base.
this at shows though.
Yeah,
Like
he
he's
has been
having a
performing. Like he
moment.
has a whole dedicated
anyone
fan base.
booking Spidality right now,
but
bro.
let's be honest. Let's be honest. The hook of the song is not actually bad. The song actually sounds nice, apart from when he starts
The
saying
record, the
crazy
record has
things.
some quotables now. Funny
It
It
enough.
does?
does now.
Yeah.
EFCC they give bed. EFCC they give. I don't survive ground zero. Like it's a crazy record, honestly.
Nah,
He
how
has
did I
some
miss
quotables.
this? That's crazy. That's crazy for Speed Darlington, man. I know, and I think that's kind of coupled to Burna's recent like post on the story, right? Where he's like something.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's
Like where
sliding
Burna
anymore. We're just gonna sue
allegedly,
them,
yeah.
which is
Burna
good.
allegedly had him locked up. It was a whole thing.
Yeah,
It was a whole thing. It was just a whole
yeah.
thing.
But I'm glad that Burna is not like he's taking a lot more of the legal route as opposed to the street
Yeah,
route.
Legal
like
house
that.
was
I
not
like that.
completely legal.
I
totally
love
against
that.
It
I
was not.
love that for him.
I was totally against using the police to like even
It
pick him
wasn't
up in the
completely
first place.
legal. Like it wasn't completely legal. That was
Yeah.
my only
No,
issue.
but
Yeah.
if it's still the law on the like, even though our laws are not perfect, but at the end of the day, it's still by the book.
If
As
I did not
opposed
carry
to
into guard room or something, it was still findable.
yeah,
You should continue like that.
yeah, man,
You should just keep it like that. You
insane.
should keep it cute.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it cute, man. Let's keep it in the courts as much as we
But
can.
it will be crazy if Bonner replies, though. It will be very crazy if Bonner
Nah, I
replies.
don't think he will make a
I don't
song.
think he would.
Maybe,
I really don't
maybe a
think he would.
jab in a line or two, maybe. At best.
Something like that, but I don't think he will give like a proper response like that. I really doubt it.
Oh, he shouldn't. He shouldn't even do
But
that.
Burner is
But the song
petty
is
though.
fully now. Let's be for like it's not even like Burna's kind of petty is if like if you it's kind of like you will respond to Davido type shit and everything, but this one is like a meme. He might even play the song like to troll the guy at one of his shows, that kind of thing. It's like the
It'll be
song is
interesting.
deeply unserious. I need you to listen to it. It's deeply
Interesting.
unserious.
I like it for Speedy though. It's been around for a minute.
Yeah.
Speedy is OG
Yeah.
OG now.
Yeah.
He's been
OG.
there. Like
Proper.
he said, he doesn't more. He's not Odogu again. So at
Then,
least
Oh
he
man.
deserves that much at least.
Nah, I remember when Vico and Speedality used to go back and forth back in those days.
Yeah,
Vico
exactly.
is retired now.
Vico, yeah, is retired. He has hung the mic, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Or fortunately, depending on how you look at it.
Some hang their mic, man. I beg.
Anyway, man. Yeah, I think that's about it. This week. Any other things that we're looking forward to this coming weekend? Are there any drops that are in the horizon that are about
Davido, only
Davido, yes,
Davido, man.
the Davido record.
Yeah, and Omale moved his album to quarter one
Next year.
2025. I don't know what that's about, but okay.
They said the album is moving, man. That's what they said.
To quarter one, that was very
He
crazy.
doesn't want somebody to tip his idea again.
That's like it's keeping it again.
Yeah,
I really do not like that entire insinuation that someone stole the idea for the entire. Please, can you like off the road? It felt like if it just felt like they were looking for buzz, and it's like this is Omale we're talking about. Please be so fucking serious. And I don't like the names they were mentioning in that conversation because none of those artists need to steal from Omale. Like they're all as talented. Like, can we be so serious? Let's just be very serious.
For sure, we've definitely had our rounds.
Talk your mind.
No, for real, like, it was paining me because like if you listen to both of them from the jump, if you listen to all three of them, I don't want to mention all for obvious reasons, but if you listen to all three artists from their inception, I've listened to all three from when they first came out and everything. There are very subtle differences in their discography and their delivery, in their flow, in their lyricism. You'll clearly be able to know who the fuck is who. So you can't tell me, oh, if Omale did not want to drop album, this person will not have dropped out. Please, are you silly? Do you know since when they recorded the album? Do you know since when they've done all these things? And all three of them like have influenced like incoming artists. Like you mentioned one of them now. You even said my mind about that artist. You mentioned you said everything about that.
Yeah.
Everybody that is out now that wants to do more rudimentary Afrobeats, that wants to do Afrobeat the way this like not the way it's supposed to be, but like the way people understand it to be.
Yeah.
There's no how. They're listening to that guy. I read people's Spotify bios. He's almost always there. His name is always there. And he's someone that people still don't consider to be like, a big deal like that.
No,
but when it comes to soundscape and understanding production, he's there, like he's that guy.
His influence is
then
strong.
the other one brought the whole concept of like a proper rollout to the industry in terms of his album art, in terms of cohesiveness, in terms of everything. And then he had like crazy cosigns, but label and everything. So all those ones, they had that. Then Omale was the chief of Afro depression at some point. So you can credit a whole bunch of artists to Omale as well.
Yeah.
So for people music to Nigeria, I don't understand to now be conflicting the three of them. It's like I don't think you used to listen to music with the back of your ear. Like I genuinely don't get it. Like their last drops, all their last drops were so like different. They were miles different from each other. So how will you say these are the ones that stole his idea?
And really good.
Really good, like really fucking good, like top 5 conversation, all of them. So like, please, that was a very unserious conversation, and I don't want to hear that kind of rubbish again in this life. Like, no, my feelings were hurt to that day, very hurt, very hurt.
We've vented it as well. We've had our own moments with that conversation, but shout out to Omale, man. I hope he really comes correct with this album. I think the singles obviously have kind of made a statement as to where he is sonically. Like looking at the moving record down to the Holy Ghost song, there's definitely a direction that he's going with, and it'd be interesting to see if he kind of consolidates all of that into an album. And obviously apparently this obviously is a brighter album than the last one, so it'll be interesting to see how he can evolve that direction of the album, like just from the narrative perspective. that this new album will have in contrast with the debut.
The
So
last one,
it'll be
yeah.
interesting to see. Anyway, so yeah, Omale, Davido, any other one we're expecting.
Wizkid.
Wizkid
We're
is
looking for
should
Wizkid.
still
We
be
are waiting for
dropping.
Wizkid.
He's in the middle of the rollout now. I don't know how much is going to settle in the Piece of My Heart run because it's number one song right now in the country. So he might just like bask in that for a while before he makes another punch.
I mean, don't they have a date already
for the album?
I think November 25 or something.
Yeah,
Oh, they have a date? Oh, wait,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember they mentioned that date, yeah, but I'm not banking on it, but we'll see.
It's Wizkid. He will drop it next year. That's
see.
what he does best.
We will see.
He's the one who do whatever
I
he
see
chooses.
that one can
I
come
feel
out
like
next year.
you just said what Belema said recently. He's going to drop this album next year. That was exactly what Belema said. Like,
like that's what he
1,000%.
does. Like I was there for the Made in Lagos era, MLLE era. That's what he does best.
It does best, and to be honest, yeah, it makes.
I would shamelessly wait.
You people that will just be believing in everything that man says.
All right,
I
man.
will shamelessly wait regardless.
We will.
AfroPop to the world.
We will definitely. We'll be there. All right, appreciate you guys for tuning in to yet another fun night, tapping into everything in the world of Afrobeats. Appreciate you guys for tuning in for the top 10 conversation we got to see from Turntable Charts. The Grammy predictions. We're expecting nominations at the end of this week on the 8th.
Yes, sir.
So next week, we're going to definitely come back to react to the nominations and see if some of our...
Cook agenda.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to cook everything.
Come here and cook. And of course, we tapped into new music and exciting drops. We'll see how all those songs hold up in the next couple weeks. And anyway, if you are not following this page on the host page, basically the account, please do. We're about to hit 1,000 there, so appreciate you guys for following. I think it'll be fun to see that hit. And of course, subscribe to other platforms if you like to listen out of Elon's app. Go to Spotify. We are there. Go to Apple Podcast. We did there. Also on YouTube as well. We are there. So appreciate you guys, man.